Hello there! From behind the groom and bride, this is Weddin. My name is Kirk, and as always, I'm joined by my friend and ball and chain, Christian Rainwater.
What's up, everybody? Our big thunder topic of the week is my wedding.
Go into the tram, and I am
Already married.
Hello, everyone. Welcome aboard Trammin, a Disneyland podcast. Please lower your head and watch your step while boarding. As a courtesy to other passengers, we ask that there be no eating, drinking, or smoking on board. In just a few moments, we will begin our trip into the Disneyland Resort news and topic of the week. Ladies and gentlemen, this tram is ready to depart. Driver, you are clear.
Welcome back to Trammin, everyone. Happy Wednesday. I thought you were just going to exclaim already married, but we are your hosts, Kirk and Rain. What's up,
Dude,
Rain?
I heard that song so many times. It was on the playlist.
It just plays in my head all the time.
That's
now.
a great song.
It's so good.
Yeah. There's something about those like 60s. I don't know. It might be 50s.
I think that was like, maybe my Aunt Neki used to say that a lot, or my aunt, or my mom. But my mom would also, one of her songs she'd bring up all the time was "It's My Party and I'll Cry If I Want to." Yeah. But anyways, yeah, you are married. Yeah, I thought you were just gonna go already married, like cut me off, but I did not give you notes.
Yeah.
But you are married. Not that anyone would know because you forgot your wedding ring.
100%.
You still getting used to it?
It's just one of those things that hasn't been added to my daily routine
You
yet.
don't sleep with it?
No, I take it off. I take it off.
Why?
I don't know why. I guess I could.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just weird. I've never worn jewelry. The most jewelry I have is a watch, and when I hit things, I am now metal. If that makes sense. Like I'm like hanging on to like I'm walking upstairs and I'm hanging on to something, and then I hear a clank. I'm like, oh, what the heck?
I was like getting used to that when I was wearing the ring con.
Yeah.
And you just play with it too. Like you just hit things.
It becomes a fidget. It's a fidgety.
It just stops at some point.
Yeah.
I've probably worn that ring con longer than you've worn your wedding ring.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. I didn't really wear it much on the honeymoon because it was like,
You were just swimming in lakes.
yeah,
That's
rivers.
worrisome.
Yeah.
Shout out to River and James. That's the quickest one, I think. Yeah. So we're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
You're back.
I'm back. Dude, that was, it feels good to be back.
We'll
it was
talk
the
about
longest hiatus.
We'll talk about the break in a moment.
Okay.
I was gonna do it now, but we got some stuff here.
That we do.
Yeah, let's clean up after our guests of Trammin and the Weddin with
Mousekeeping. If this is your first time here, welcome aboard Trammin, a Disneyland podcast, where Kirk and I talk about the Disneyland Resort through and only through our eyes. Listen to full episodes every Wednesday or topic-only uploads on Big Thunder Thursdays. If you enjoy the show, like, subscribe, comment, and review us wherever you can, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and of course, my favorite, YouTubes. For a visual guide of the show, follow at Trammin Podcast on Instagram and right into the show, head to trammin.com/ask. While you're on trammin.com, catch up on lore, check out our recommendations, or download some artwork for your personal use. If you want to chat with us on Discord, ask us how. And you can find all those links and lore on trammin.com.
Yes, you can. And what else you can do is hang out with us on October 4th for our first annual Tramtober meetup.
Did I make this res?
Pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure I did.
Check future plans in the app. You don't have to.
I don't have to go into it. Okay.
No, but hey, it's been staying logged in.
I did not.
That is Friday, October 4th at Disney California Adventure Park. That is not an Oogie Boogie night.
Oh.
We'll be chilling. We'll be eating. Probably be at Hollywood Lounge as usual.
As usual.
There's a Chillerano burrito over there.
It's back.
Some tacos. Some good drinks. Lots of drinks.
What's all this pickles? These pickles and drinks that I've been seeing everywhere.
I'll get to the pickle and the drink later.
All right.
But yeah, will I? Yeah, I will. So yeah, come hang out with us. You can hang out with us the whole time. There's no like you have to say hi and leave. You can do that if you don't want to hang out. We won't call you out for that.
Hey, no shows get carried over? I thought that.
Yes, they get carried over.
I didn't know that.
Remember the Cali Bay was crying about it?
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's like, why do you keep making reservations?
Yeah. I didn't know they get carried over.
But don't forget, you have to make the res on your second pass.
Yeah, the first one's gone.
Oh, it doesn't even. Oh,
it's gone for me.
mine is almost gone.
Yeah.
But you do it.
Yeah. Got it.
We'll be there.
Make it soon. Disneyland is gone already. I had to get DCA.
Ooh, well, that's where we're going anyway. So yes, do that. And if you're discouraged, it went away, you can just check. It'll come back.
Sniper rest.
It's not coming up. It's like a month away.
Yeah.
But do it now.
Mm-hmm.
We will be there. We'll have a lot of fun. Yeah. So
Sounds good.
it is time for
Kev's Concoctions with Kirk and Rain.
Before you go into this, what is this spout hate?
I don't know.
Dude, I love the spout.
Yeah.
It funnels everything directly into my mouth.
Yeah. Jeff was like, no, I feel uncomfortable.
Get out of here. Come on.
Jenny started talking about birdies, I think, right?
Yeah, she did.
No, I don't know. And then,
Waterfalls. Come on.
yeah, Freddie, I think, drinks through the spout.
Does he?
Dude,
Is a spouter?
Dude, it's been over a month. I
Yeah.
can't believe how many people have just like,
Come through the tram studio?
yeah. So let's just tell them what this is. This is Kev's Concoctions, my brother Kev. Everything does have to be slightly louder now because that thing does filter out some of the music.
Does it really?
But
Okay.
dude, it's one click.
Man, I sound so low, but it looks like the levels are perfect. I'm just not used to this anymore.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So maybe I wonder if like your
I think I'm good, dude. My
your
levels are fine.
voice strength, your strong
Yeah.
voice, your tone, deep.
Ooh.
Are you more medium voice?
I
maybe?
think I'm more of a medium
Let's
voice.
see. It'd be fun.
Hello.
Sounds basically the same.
Yeah, it's same.
It'd be so funny if people are like, why does Rain sound different now? After 200 episodes.
We go back to the deep if
Yeah.
if I sound different.
So, my brother Kev concocts things. Rain, you listened. You wouldn't believe this.
The switch up.
I did
Oh,
it
is this
again.
the spicy?
No.
Okay.
So I did it again. Last week, I was like, finally,
No
this
way.
is the one Jeff was supposed to drink. Nope, that was the passion fruit. This is your mother's fruit medley. So finally.
So this is where the hint of ginger comes in.
Possibly, maybe.
Okay.
But there was none of that last week because it was the complete wrong one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might have been your mother's fruit medley passion fruit, though. But
Jenny was like, yeah, there's no ginger in this.
Well, no, there
there
is
was
no-
no ginger.
yeah,
That's
it's
right. Lime.
so yeah, it's blackberry and lime and some. I've explained this to you guys so many times.
Yeah.
Who knows? This is the correct one. So Rain,
Your mother's fruit basket.
yeah, medley.
Medley. There you go.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it fits perfectly last week because of moms and pregnancy. No. But Rain, to happy and healthy, long-lasting, everlasting marriage.
Cheers. Thank you.
It's very bright and refreshing.
It is. That's
This
delicious.
tastes like your mother's fruit medley.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kev.
Yeah. Thank you, Kev. He's in Chicago right now.
Is he? Chi-town.
Trade show.
Oh, he went?
Yeah.
Wait, is it going on right now?
Yeah.
Show him. Do you have pictures of the setup?
Oh, it looks good.
Does it?
dude.
Let me
Looks
see.
good. Yeah.
Did you guys got your money back, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Oh, I'm pretty sure. My dad didn't complain about it. My dad's not great at taking pictures, so he took a panoramic, and it's like distorted.
Is your dad Gen X or Boomer?
He's technically Boomer, but the last year, so he's very Gen X.
Okay,
He's
that's
very
kind of what I figured.
Yeah. Let's see. It's like he's Gen X, but like it's not like my friends would hang out with him.
Yeah.
But the time that my friends all hung out, my dad drove us around. They're like, "Your dad's cool." You know?
Yeah.
Like he took us go karting and stuff. So not quite Boomer. Where? Okay, Dad. Send me that. That's okay.
Oh, that looks great,
Dude,
dude.
we were like, "Oh, it's such a tall, 10-foot wall that we built," and the guys next to us just insane.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
But they bought that. We built ours. So Paula.
So those
I
are
don't know
all
if I
the
could show you
panels.
this.
The panels, the aluminum panels.
Yeah, so we didn't. So we printed some of them.
Yeah.
Most of them were blank, but we're like, it cost the same.
You didn't need to weld them together, right?
No.
You just
They're stuck
Glued
on. No, they're stuck onto a metal frame.
you slid them in.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
okay.
What's nice is they're all printed because it costs the same if they're blank or not. So
Yeah.
we just decided which ones to flip.
Hmm.
Yeah. So
Nice. No,
Vel-
that looks great.
Velcro we had wasn't that great.
Yeah.
The one you gave us that didn't work,
Mhm.
it's not much thicker than like Amazon Velcro though.
It's not.
Your
No.
tent Velcro is what we need.
That's the same one. That's what we use.
No, dude, that stuff's crazy. The black,
It's the same from the same company.
it's not the same Velcro.
Really?
If you feel it,
Huh.
dude, the tent one I gotta rip off.
Yeah,
like-
you do. You do.
Anyways, yeah, trade show's going well, but You were gone for over a month, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you to every guest that was here.
And when I was driving over here, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a little speech talking about thanking each and every one of everyone and of everyone.
It's fine.
Yeah, who filled in for me. So you guys did awesome. Yeah. I was an avid listener of the show. I think I finished everything except the last episode and most of the last Jeff episode, which I'm like upset about because it's like the one. I mean, I was listening to all of them, but like I was really interested in Jeff's opinions of outside food at the resort. So I'm going to go back and look at that.
Jeff beat Freddie's record twice.
Oh,
it was like the Olympics. We beat the record by 3 minutes, and then we beat that by 3 minutes. And that was after cutting a piece out. It was
Monsters.
It was ridiculous. Dude, the day, I don't know if I mentioned it here. Maybe I did with Jeff. 4 hours, who knows?
Oh, the 1:30 day?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got here at 1:30.
That we just hung out for 10 hours, and we got 4 hours of recording after that. How? Who knows? Yeah. So, yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Matthew. Matthew was first. That was
for the love of theme parks.
That was an eternity ago.
That really was.
Yeah, where I didn't.
What's crazy is that you recorded the D23 episode, and I feel like D23 happened a year ago. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was Matthew for the love of theme parks. Freddie, where we broke down D23 for 4 hours and 10 minutes. Yeah. Then Jeff and I ended up just doing a foodie guide for 4 hours and 13 minutes, and then we did 4 hours and 16 minutes on culinary counterparts. Yeah, and then Jenny of Drink Up Disney and Kimmy were here.
Jenny did great, by the way.
Jenny did awesome. Yeah. I forgot to thank her on the show.
Yeah, she did great.
She did great. She wrote the whole thing, or the topic, but that's the episode. She wrote the whole thing, came prepared, was great on the mic.
Yeah, she was.
And
all things I feel like everyone else who has been on the show, we don't really have much perspective on. So that was really cool.
What do you mean? Oh, like pregnancy and stuff? Yeah.
I mean, none of the guys do. Right?
So that was great. Thank you to Kimmy, who also we had the duo here. I think that was fun too.
It was.
That was just for fun. And I was like, it did give another perspective. I was just asking about what were your cravings. Yeah. I was being silly with that, but it's always so interesting.
Yeah, the frozen tres leches that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so shout out to everyone. Thank you again. Thank you all for listening, for enjoying all that. I think it was good. I'm gonna be honest, this isn't like I'm patting myself on the back. I think, you just dropped it on the show like JJ the Jet plane bombing the
I thought
city.
I told you before.
You were like, maybe for a few weeks, and then you're just like, I'm gone for 5 weeks. Goodbye.
In my head, I told you.
You were like, I'm thinking about it, but maybe not. You're like, I'll probably be there for D23, and then you're just like, I'm out next week. But I think what it did, I always care about Trammin, and I always try to do my best, right? But I think I had to step up writing, and doing good episodes. And I think they came. I know the foodie guide one was just off the walls. The fact it was normally the foodie guide ones, I don't feel great about, but people love them.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that was the crazy episode, and just Matthew and the phone call, and it was just,
Shout out to Olive Garden. Shout out.
Oh man. So I think I had to step it up. So kind of thank you for I know you left, but I just revitalized a little bit. Okay, I gotta put some new work in. I thought of new ideas for Tramtober that's coming up.
You made my life easier with editing?
I made my life so hard by being I could do video. But we got it all out. And the first Jeff one, I had to restart 4 times.
The file? Dude, why didn't I just give you the file?
No. It's just from all the different bugs. In Premiere. Restarting. It just deleted something at some point or unlinked it. Couldn't relink it, and then at 9:30 at night, I'm like, you know what? I have to do it.
Yeah.
So we got all the videos out.
I really hear DaVinci Resolve is actually good.
You do whatever you want, Rain. We already have.
I pay for Premiere. So
yeah. So, and we use Audition and all that. It's just
and Photoshop.
Yeah.
Whatever. You can put a PSD in there. That's beautiful.
Yeah, because I don't do any of those PNGs for you. So, yeah. I owe Jenny a thumbnail.
That was good. That was fine.
I do this. We do the silly thumbnail.
Yeah. No, I get it.
The Seinfeld one came out too good.
Yeah,
where it just looked like that was who we were.
Yeah.
We did Frankenstein Freddie and I as Bob and Tony.
That's right. That's right.
And what was the other one?
You had the Quidditch one. No,
that was Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster with Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
There was the Jeff was Big Al.
That's right.
And I was a cookie.
Yes.
Yeah.
The back cookie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was fun.
No, that was great, dude. It seemed like the unanimous consensus was have Jeff on the show more.
We got to chill out though.
Yeah.
We can't have too much of that.
Yeah.
So, I loved it. It was fun, but I can't let him into my house anymore because we're just going to record for 4 hours.
In the most loving way possible. Jeff is like junk food. Like the more Jeff that you have, the more Jeff you want.
But you shouldn't.
It's too much. I love
too
junk
much
food.
For the show.
I love junk food,
No, yeah, it's you know what it also is? It's like Jeff and I haven't known each other that long.
Yeah.
So when you have like a new friend or whatever, you bring up all these like stories that they've never heard before, and then you bounce off of each other. Where like you and I, we do a show for still 3 hours. Who knows how long this will be? But we don't have a random tangents. Like we've heard the tangents before.
Right. We've known each other for so long. It's like so during the wedding, so it was like, who's that guy? That guy with the camera. And I was like, oh, that's Jeff. He's like, that guy goes hard. Just randomly.
Dude.
Because something about a tequila shot or...
No, the best picture in your wedding is just Jeff shotgunning a high noon with you and Brandy.
Yeah.
That has to make it into just...
The officiating in the wedding.
The reception.
Yeah.
Like,
the reception, that's right.
We didn't tell him to go there. Someone else was like, oh, go with them. We don't know why. And it's just you and Brandy. And Jeff's like right in the middle, ready to shotgun this high noon. Because like you guys were in a circle and he's like, I kind of want one.
Yeah.
And some woman, girl, I don't know, whatever, overheard. And she's like, oh, I'll get you one. Like, get in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
That guy's funny.
Yeah, we'll get into the wedding in a moment. But before we get into that, let's get in some news. Space Mountain is fixed. The power transfer tunnel has white and blue LEDs now.
Yeah, LEDs have been updated.
They're LEDs. They used to be just fluorescent, whatever, or something.
Yeah.
I don't know what they
Incandescent.
were. Probably.
Yeah.
So that's very cool.
Nice.
The cars don't squeak anymore.
Beautiful.
They replaced some of the flooring. They opened up the single rider area.
These are the refurbs that I like to see.
Yeah, there's new effects in the queue that I won't mention.
Nice.
But looks really good.
Nice.
So can't wait to ride that.
Me either. That
should
sounds
be
great.
Saturday. I think we're going and we're gonna do a Genie Plus day.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get to go for Kimmy's birthday because it was 104 degrees.
Yep. Saw that.
Yeah. We never actually said happy birthday, Kimmy, because she was on the episode.
Oh, that's right. Huh?
So happy birthday, Kimmy.
Happy
it's
birthday.
Belated birthday. Happy birthday, her sister Kayla.
Oh, really? Like right around the
2
same
days
time?
later.
Oh, wow.
Happy birthday on that same day, Jean.
Yeah.
And today, as of recording, happy birthday, Freddie.
Happy birthday, Freddie.
He sounds surprised, but he texted him this morning.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. My mom's birthday was yesterday. My uncle's birthday was September, man. It's another March.
You know why?
What's the 9 months minus? Christmas? New Year's.
New Year's babies.
New Year's.
Gross.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe we'll just re-release the pregnancy episode for a New Year's Day. All right. But yeah, that's all our news.
Yeah. I don't think. What's his face died? R.I.P. James Earl Jones.
What a way to say that.
Sorry.
Yeah. He had a good run.
He did. 93 years.
93. Had a full life.
Mufasa, Darth Vader, legend.
Sandlot, dude.
Sandlot, yeah.
That's the James Earl Jones role for me, the Sandlot.
Yeah.
So shout out to James Earl Jones. All right. It is now time for You're Right, in which members of the Tram fam write in with corrections and comments, just like you can at trammin.com/ask-rain. Cue up that corrections music, please. Ryan H. He messaged me, or us. He goes, hey, buddy. Maybe somebody already called you out on this because I'm a little bit behind in my listening, but Tillamook is not from the East Coast. It's in Oregon.
Oh.
He's right.
Okay.
Totally. I knew that, forgot it. So thank you, Ryan H.
Pacific Northwest. Let's go.
Speaking of the Pacific Northwest, Pamela L. writes in, had to write in about the pregnancy bracelet situation. I went to Disneyland Paris with my husband for the first time in April this year. It was actually 2 weeks after I went to Disneyland at 9 weeks pregnant. Wondering if I was the ride-in that made Jenny think of this episode. I think there's just so many of you
Yeah.
having those kids. You're probably one of them. Anyway, I never wrote in about the Paris trip, but the lowdown on the bracelet is that they're super restrictive on rides that expectant mothers can ride over there. So the bracelet gets you to the front of almost nothing. They restrict all of the usual things you'd be advised against in the US, plus all rides with lap bars and some other rides that aren't advised against here and don't have lap bars. Legit, you cannot go on Peter Pan. It's wild. So the pass is fun, but really only gets you on about 5 rides in Disneyland Paris: Dumbo, Buzz, Orbitron, maybe a couple others, and a couple in Walt Disney Studios Park. The best use was for priority seating and entry to shows, which was actually nice to get a front row seat. I've heard cast members will prevent you from going on prohibited rides if you're obviously pregnant, or perhaps if they see your band. I confess I hid my band when I went on Pirates. No regrets. It was very chill. Yeah, you're fine. To get the band, you need to bring a signed note from your OB with your estimated due date, as well as your passport.
Okay.
Anyways, thought you'd be interested in a recent first-hand experience. It was quite a contrast to my Disneyland visit only 2 weeks prior, but we still had a nice time. Drone show, which at the time was basically a tribute to the electrical parade, was my favorite part by far. Highly recommend.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank
Cool.
you for writing in. So, Rain, there you go. Yeah, next time you want a front of line pass.
Get pregnant.
Yeah. Let's see. So I had some write-ins on Instagram that I forgot to put here. So let's do that before we get to the rest, because I will forget. That's mine. Let's see. Where are they at? This is an older one. Andrea writes in, haven't been to Red Lobster in 15 years, and I still think about those biscuits. Yeah.
Cheddar biscuits.
I
What?
get
What?
it.
Cheddar what?
Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Cheddar Bay. Cheddar Bay.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's not a write-in. Shout out.
Remember Joe's Crab Shack?
Oh yeah. Huh?
I like it. It was a thing, dude. It was a thing in the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
4-hour waits. I remember that.
So Jenny writes in, is it weird to do a You're Right on my own episode because I forgot to mention that for pumping moms, they can pump in the nursing area and the baby care section.
Oh.
And make sure you bring some sort of pump with you. Seems like common knowledge, but mom brain is no joke. Yeah, I feel like they don't lend those out.
Yeah.
All right. Anna K writes in, hello there. I love this episode. Jenny and Kimmy are awesome. More women on Trammin, please. Thank you for the shout out. We did go to Disneyland for our baby moon, but we also enjoyed a more relaxed getaway close to home later on in my pregnancy, which I highly recommend. I think I was about 19 weeks along on the trip, and that was a perfect time to visit the parks. There's just no place like Disneyland for a dorky celebration. And we had a fantastic time wearing our buttons and dreaming about future trips with our daughter. The Trammin effect totally helped make our baby moon a great experience. That was worth the expense, even as out-of-towners, slowing down, enjoying the food, going to Animation Academy, stopping to watch the Dapper Dans, etc. It was all magical. I didn't feel like I missed out at all. There were still a bunch of rides I enjoyed, including Mater's and Midway Mania, 2 of my favorites. Regarding the pregnancy warnings and side motion, the main risk for pregnancy on rides is placental abruption. Don't worry, I won't describe what it is, but you can Google it if you want. Sudden starts, stops, rapid acceleration, and drops are you just read the Space Mountain thing, are the main concern for this. Yeah, it's a very serious thing. Jenny's advice is solid all around, and I will share this episode with anyone planning to visit the parks while pregnant or with a baby. I'm especially going to remember the tip to tie a brightly colored bandana to our stroller. We look forward to enjoying the parks with our daughter, and we will definitely make it down for at least one trip before she turns 3. I so wish we lived closer because I would not hesitate to bring a baby to the parks. Thanks for a great episode and always being a bright spot in my podcast lineup.
And before she turns... Oh, no. I thought she was saying she's turning 3 already. I'm like, I remember when this baby moon was. You know what I mean?
No, and
Hey, okay. I get it.
Kimmy and I met them.
At the parks?
Yeah, like Christmas 2021.
Okay.
And no one was pregnant. So
Got it.
That was wild. I love meeting everyone, but it's wild when someone just from another state is just like, Kirk?
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And I love it. This sounds weird. I love it for the people who want to meet us.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's luck of the draw.
It is. It totally is.
Yeah. Okay. Joey A writes in, hey guys, I love last week's episode about pregnancy and how to prepare to take your little ones to the parks. As a new dad to a now 4-month-old daughter, I just wanted to say that it feels great to have some validation to the feelings that I've been feeling for the last several months. My wife and I have been discussing when is a good time to take our daughter to Disneyland for the first time, and we have received nothing but negative comments from friends and family over the situation. She's too young. Why waste the money when she won't remember it? All of the same criticisms mentioned in last week's episode. I think Jenny said it best. It's the memories that the parents want to experience when their child sees their favorite character for the first time. Even if the child doesn't remember it, we will. I felt that, and it's exactly what I've been thinking. Our daughter loves Minnie Mouse. She loves her Minnie Mouse bouncer, her Minnie Mouse dresses, and she has a Minnie Mouse plush doll that she loves to hold on to. We are thinking about waiting until December so we can go during Christmas time when the decorations are up and all of the characters are in their holiday costumes. By that time, she'll be a little older at 7 months, which I think would be fine because she is already good at identifying faces. Seeing her face light up at Minnie will make the entire trip worth it. Yeah, for sure. He gets the shout out a lot.
Yeah.
Nephew James. He's 2 months. It's not even he won't remember. He doesn't know what's going on. He's just looking around. He just like survive. That's what a baby's do. Survive.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. Time to eat. So
I want to sleep and survive.
Yeah. So past 6 months, 7 months, it's not like, oh no, you're gonna miss out on the cute stuff. It's like, no, it's like, okay, forget remembering or not. It's just at least like, yeah, I'm gonna touch Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Where like, you know, a 2-month-old just like, you're just here, bud. So
And like he's saying, and like Jenny said, it's for the parents' memory, you know. It's what they want to do. So,
but also, dude, the picture I think that we posted this morning,
the one of
Jenny's daughter, touching Mickey's nose. I'm like, that's like the best picture ever. No, that one I just posted.
Okay,
which that was an as promised photo.
It's a cool picture.
It is. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see how that's doing.
Your parents look good in it. Well,
they were 29 and 30, basically.
Wow.
They're younger than us.
Wow.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it. But we broke the record with your wedding photo.
What is it at? It's like 175?
198.
Woo-hoo-hoo. On the way to 200.
Yeah, I think the most we've ever gotten is like 85. Not that we count or anything, but I was like, that's the cheat code.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, for all of you wondering, because now's the time. Now we can't use it for the episode.
I got so many pictures we can use.
And then we're probably gonna have a million posts because there's my perspective too.
Yeah, Kimmy's perspective.
Oh right, I forget about all the photos on your phone, which we'll get into also. But for those who don't know, we signed the
marriage certificate.
The marriage certificate, and then I was like, "Oh, Brandy, can I post the selfie?" And she was like, "Yeah." Like, okay. And Kimmy's like, "Don't tag the location." I'm like, I was not going to tag the location. Okay. Not that anyone would show up.
Yeah.
But you guys got those pictures, right? I texted them to you.
Which ones?
The 3, the selfie, the 0.5 and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
Just making sure. All right. But yeah, that's oh. No, my you're right was that I did the wrong drink twice. So here we are.
I would have written in for the you're right if you kept going with the Colt. I was like,
the what?
The Colt.
Oh,
and the Clash.
The Clash. Yeah. Hey, I got it.
You got it.
I was like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah. Because you're like the Rock the Casbah band. I was like, the Colt's another band. Good band.
Yeah, and I didn't look up Rock the Casbah. Just the Clash came out. I'm like, no, it's them.
Yeah.
Like, duh. Yeah, the Cult was another one, and then Cult's good indie band.
Never heard them.
Really?
I've heard of them. I've never heard them.
Oh. Yeah. There's probably one song you've heard.
Probably.
Go Outside.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all we got for you, right? This here's our Big Thunder topic of the week. The Rainwater Wedding. All right, Rain, take it away.
Just glad we have our little cafecito here. I love nothing.
This is not an ito right here.
Cafasote. I love my little coffee. Anyways, I got married as
crazy.
Yeah, as I think everyone probably who listens to the show now knows.
If this is your first time here, go listen to
this is like a borderline plus, right? Like,
yeah,
this is a plus without recording twice in 1 week.
Yeah, and I'm not numbering it.
Oh, you're not gonna number it?
It's
Okay.
Weddin.
Okay. I like that.
We might have a couple more like that
Oh, all right. That's
next week numbered, but it's still a real episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like it's listed as full.
I
It
like
just doesn't
this.
have a number.
I like that. I like that.
Because
Okay.
we're gonna do some rewinds.
Ah, okay.
Don't you worry about that. You got married.
I did. Okay. I was on my phone at work and I'm like, I wrote some notes and they look horrible. As compared to your typical notes that you have on here. So the first thing I put is where do I start? Because it's kind of a long journey to get here. And Brandy and I met on December 30th, 2018 now. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said more than 5 years ago.
Yeah,
in the
because
ceremony.
it was
Did you guys get my pun?
for which one?
Feelings were electric.
Yes. Selena came up to me and said, Kirk had a good poem with the electric feels thing. I was like, hey, he
I'll-
did.
You know, you already brought up Selena.
Yeah.
I met Carlos R.
Yeah, you did.
Shout out Carlos R. Coolest guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to say here, Brandy's family, so nice and so cool. All of them.
Yeah. And big. A lot of people.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, you guys are taking pictures
Yeah.
and just some man comes up to me and goes, Kirk and Rain. I'm like, Carlos? It's like, all right, I think I met Carlos R. He goes, what's up, man? So I think first, Selena. So Selena and Nick, we still got to go to not Royal Hawaiian, King's Hawaiian with Nick.
Oh, that's right.
That'd be fun.
Oh, because Nick listens too. I forget.
Yeah.
I forget.
It was his birthday the day before, and
Uh-huh.
I remember that because she posted. I'm like, "Happy birthday, dude!" But she
Yeah.
was like, "Hey, Kirk, thanks for always saying my name right." And she's like, "Everyone says this and
Yeah.
that, whatever." I'm like, "Rain said it once. I just remembered it, you know."
Yeah.
And then like when I saw Carlos R later, he's like,
Mhm.
"Thank you so much for always saying my daughter's name right."
Yeah.
She gets Celine.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, Rain said Selena. You don't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
Shout out.
Shout out. But yeah. And she got the Spider-Man reference.
Which one?
The dance.
Oh, yeah. Dude,
I want the video of that.
That
dude.
family, shout out. Because at the very end of this, I'm going to come back and talk about Chach, her brother. So next, I guess from 2019 to December 2023, Brandy and I dated.
There's like bananas in
Yeah, there's like actual bananas. We dated. We were boyfriend and girlfriend over 4 years, so borderline 5. Moved in together like 2 years ago, 3 years ago almost now. Wow. And so we got engaged at the end of last year. And the idea originally was we're going to take about a year to plan all this,
Mm-hmm.
right? We're going to have a winter wedding. We're going to more like a fall wedding. So October, November, but hopefully after the heat passes. And that kind of all went out the window when we first started looking at venues, which I'll get into in a couple minutes. I put the first point here as rings because I guess that's like the first thing to talk about because of the engagement. Hey, you want to put that over there? You good? So I got the engagement ring. It is a moss agate ring.
Agate.
Sure. It's the agate and with little diamonds on the side. Only because she had been saying that she wanted this moss agate thing for a long time.
You get what they want.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, dude, there was no other website that had these. There's one specialty website that's all they sell. All just these moss rings. And in the pictures we got from the photographer today, that
Mhm.
ring looks awesome.
It does.
Yeah, it has like little darker green crystals, like lines on the inside.
It
of-
looks
like-
way better in person than the pictures you guys took.
Yeah.
At the engagement.
Yeah.
Because I had never seen it, I think.
Oh, really?
Because I think we hung out a few times, but I'm not like, Brandy, let me see your ring.
Mhm.
But Kimmy did.
Okay.
But Sos had them. And
Oh,
he's like,
okay.
what do I do with these? And he's asking me.
Yeah.
He's like, does she wear both? And I'm like, I don't know. And then we like called someone else, but I was like, oh, that looks really nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I really like the way it looks. We also got the wedding bands. We went to this website called Holden. I guess they're like a well-known just wedding band site. They actually specialize in LGBT couples.
Hmm.
Yeah, very interesting. But the band we got was specifically, it was one that wraps around the engagement. So it has that little loop on
Yeah.
it. And it fit perfectly. We mixed metals. The mix of the metal looks really nice. I didn't think it was
Is
going to
she
look
going to
good.
weld it or just wear both?
Just wear both. Yeah, she'll wear
I think
both.
that's better.
Yeah. And sometimes she only wears one. Sometimes she wears the engagement, not the band. Yeah. Whatever, it's fine. For the longest time, I was gonna get the one ring. Okay. For the longest
The
time.
officially licensed
The
one, right?
officially licensed one, Manly Bands had it, like $1,300. The Weddin one is $100. I ended up just going with, I wanted a black ring. I went with the black ring that has.
I would have got the Weddin one
You would have got the Weddin one?
for sure.
I can't do gold, dude. I put on a gold ring and I'm like, it doesn't look good.
I'm not doing gold. I'm gonna get a white gold.
Okay.
I want the sparkle.
Yeah. I'm
So-
good. I don't need it. I like the black contrast. So I got one on Amazon. Just a straight up $20
Freaking
ring.
wild.
A straight up $20
It
ring.
doesn't matter,
Yeah,
but it
doesn't.
feels like it does.
It
Brandy doesn't care.
Oh, she does not care. She was like, when I first got it, I was like, oh, what do you think? Like, I got it as just like let me see if the black looks good on me. You know, that was the only reason why I got it. And I put it on. I'm like, yeah, I like it. She's like, why don't you just keep this one? And I was like, okay, you know, save me some money. And I legit like the way I look on it. You know,
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
It's just so funny.
it is. It is. I was willing to spend the
What's it made out of? Pot metal?
it's that T stuff. It starts with a T.
Tungsten?
Tungsten.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I thought that stuff was more expensive.
In most ring shops, that same kind of metal would cost like $300. Like I went to Zales, and there was
Yeah.
or Robin's Bros, and there was like a ring that looked identical to it, felt identical to it, without the Lord of the Rings insignia on it, and it was $300. So I said, screw it.
Yeah, I'll probably have someone make mine.
Yeah. No, you got the hookups, dude. You know, I had to figure it out.
You don't. You already did it.
Yeah. I'm good now. I've been forgetting to wear it. But yeah. So since December, Brandy and I have been planning everything. And
Hey, you got started right away.
we got started right away. Brandy was excited. She and I both
She went from not wanting.
she went from not wanting to have a big wedding.
Yeah, she wanted a wedding, but not a big one.
Yeah.
So like party time.
Yeah. And then her mom really wanted a wedding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where it was like, no, we got to invite the whole family. And now in my head, I'm just like, oh my God. It is what it
We're
is.
not going to talk too much about it. They pitched in.
They did.
They can invite some people.
Mhm.
And
That's the
no
thing.
one was like, I don't like this person. I feel.
And even if they didn't pitch in, I'm like, it's the least I can do for letting me marry your daughter. You know, like, yeah, well, it's one of those things. I had no problem with paying for everything.
Should have
But
peanut butter in it.
it had peanut butter?
No, it should.
I should. Yeah,
Now we're just at Jamba Juice.
practically. But Chick-fil-A quality.
Anyways,
So
we're drinking a frosted banana coffee.
yeah, it's great. So yeah, we just got started right away. There were a lot of like little details that we were already like looking into that really didn't matter in the end, but we started with, you know, we started with everything. But of course, the big thing in any wedding, and it's the first thing that everyone tells you to do, is you have to look for a venue. After going through like multiple Excel sheets and writing down everyone that we were going to invite, blah, 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 we knew that we were going to be somewhere in the vicinity of around 200 people. And that's about like 50 to 60 on my side, like 150 on Brandy's side.
Absolute insanity.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like I think my family had like 4 tables, and there was 24 tables in total. So maybe 5 tables, but yeah,
Isn't it crazy how the anniversary for the rest of your life is decided on which Saturday a venue has open?
100%.
I said Saturday. All right.
And that's exactly what happened. We went to a couple different places. The first place we went to was called Via del Sol. That's in downtown Fullerton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went there and we got a tour. And first off, the girl that gave us a tour, very odd. Like, and come to find out, she was like embezzling money, and she got fired. And they posted on their Instagram saying if anybody did work with her to let them know. It was a whole thing. Yeah,
Wow.
it's crazy. Via del Sol was cool. I didn't like the seating arrangement, and it was very tight. I also didn't like how we were forced to use our catering vendor, like one of their catering vendors, which was only 4 different people. And the kind of food that we wanted at our wedding was going to be at least $80 to $90 a person. steak, potatoes, vegetables, which is like standard wedding food, but like they can justify that because it's steak.
Yeah.
In the cost. So we were like, when she first sent me the quote, I was like floored, and I was like, I cannot afford this. Like, this is like more than a third of my yearly income, for 5 hours.
Jeez.
I cannot do that. And that's like not even counting DJ or rentals or like the harpist that we got, Joe's Italian Eyes. None of that was in those costs.
I feel like you added a bunch of stuff. Like
we did
throughout
because
the thing.
we could, because of how inexpensive Griffith House was. So Brandy found another place on TikTok, and it was the Griffith House, the second place we went to go look at.
And it's a historic house attached to a church.
Yeah, a like currently working church.
Yeah.
That is like non-denominational, and they have multiple churches go in throughout the day on Sunday and Wednesdays. And they have their services, at different times. And we went, we scheduled the tour. We really liked it. We liked that there was a ceremony area and the reception area feet from each other. It was a really wide area, and the best part of it all was it was down the street from our house.
Yeah.
So a few minutes away from home, which means that if we need to do something, we can go back and forth. If we need to store something, we can store it at our house, and it's only going to be a 3-4 minute drive, which we did a lot of. I even went home, took a shower, came back. There was a lot of that, and I really appreciated that. We forget something, we go home, and not to mention we can stay in our bed after the wedding.
Oh,
if it's a thing.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Sos got married, they got a hotel at the Citadel. And it was like, that was the closest thing to Gabriel's restaurant. And it was like, I just want to sleep in my own bed after all this craziness.
I'm going to stay in a crazy hotel.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'll probably be married by the beach. So
it's very different.
Yeah.
Speaking of a hotel.
Like you were going to stay at the Grand,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
you go home. Yeah.
Speaking of hotel, have you heard anything about the hotel craziness that happened at the wedding?
No.
Okay. So I recommended a hotel.
Yeah.
That was near the venue.
Yeah.
Okay. It was a hotel, not a motel. Brandy and I did a drive-through of the area. We were like, okay, this is fine. It's called Lemon Tree something.
Yeah.
And it had like 4 out of 5 stars. Not like in rating, but like reviews.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, okay, cool. This is cool. It's like 2 minutes away from the venue. It's walkable. The closest thing after that is like 10 minutes plus away, which means you have to drive. So I think her cousin, her aunt, my mom, and a couple other, Joey and Debbie, her aunt and uncle, they all got rooms there. Everyone told me it was one of the worst experiences of their lives.
What?
Yeah. That it was like scary, like legit scary. Like one of Brandy's cousins was staying in the room, and they just heard like a massive like all like just banging on the wall. People were fighting next door. Yeah. They were just banging on the wall next door. Joey and Debbie told me that they were looking for parking, and that there was 4 tables set up in the parking lot with people playing poker, and they were looking at them like, "What are you doing?" And they're just looking for parking. So it's just bad experience.
That's a little amazing on its own.
Yeah,
but
after the wedding and stuff, it's like,
yeah.
So I felt a little bad about that, but they were like, he's never stayed there. It's just 3 minutes from his house,
Yeah.
So that was, I think, the one hiccup of.
That's not a wedding hiccup. That's just an unfortunate thing that happened.
Yeah. My mom didn't end up even staying there because it was so sketch. Yeah.
They used it to get ready. Because I know Vance said they went back and forth.
Yeah, but
so that was useful for them anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, we booked Griffith House. We booked that in January of this year. So the reason why we booked it for August 31st was literally the reason you just gave. It was the only Saturday available.
Yeah. Labor Day weekend, traditionally the hottest weekend of the year. But Labor Day weekend was a week early.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
We got lucky. We got very lucky. We missed
Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah.
You dodged
like a heat wave that is causing massive fires around the area.
Could you imagine if it was 104 that day? It was 84.
It was, I think, Friday or Thursday the next week was 112.
Yeah. I didn't even realize. I wasn't here.
Yeah, me either.
I thought it was going to be 105, and I
Yeah.
went down to Laguna, and it was like 88 degrees or
Yeah.
something. We were at the beach in
Yeah.
the cold water, and the sand was burning our feet, but like I wasn't at work, and the guys were like, yeah, it was 114.
Yeah. Oh, I can't even imagine getting married in that. I can't.
Dude, I was
Somebody did. Somebody definitely did.
Oh yeah.
And I feel bad for them. I feel really bad.
We were sweating in those suits, but
Yeah.
it wasn't sunny.
Mhm.
It was just warm.
Mhm.
But no one really complained.
I didn't see Freddie take his jacket off once.
Well, once you sweat through the shirt, dude, it's not
that's
coming
it.
off.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. I forgot my undershirt.
Yeah.
That's why I was like,
I heard.
that's it. But I look good in the
You
suit
did.
all day, so
You did.
that's fine with me.
So yeah, we went, and that's when we met Amy, our coordinator, our DF coordinator.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's a nice lady. Didn't do as much as I wish she would have, but good person. Anyway.
What'd you think she was gonna do?
She told us that she was gonna like help a lot.
She did help a lot. Those little girls were carrying beer.
That's fair, but I also paid for a bartender. You know what? Like, I thought the bartender was gonna do that.
I don't know.
Yeah. There was just a lot of like little things that I guess weren't discussed. Whatever. Overall, good experience. But yeah, we went through the whole month, like the whole year, and they had openings in November. And we were like, oh yeah, perfect, November. And Amy's like, just so you know, it's rain or shine. You don't get anything back if, it rains. And traditionally we can't put tents. We can put umbrellas, but not tents because of the lights that they have hanging from the trees.
Mm.
And I was like, she's like, we have this date in August. You'd have to like put it.
Oh, so Amy works for them, or
No. So Amy works for Hutchinson Weddings.
Her
Mom's thing, I think, or her sister's thing.
Okay.
There was the other lady that was there, or both. Yeah, or both of their things. Not sure, but it's family. It's a family thing for sure. One of them live in Trabuco Canyon though, which hopefully they're fine. Yeah. Because I mailed a check to their house. Yeah, it's a
We
family
hope
business.
They're fine for other reasons as well.
Yeah.
Or did you mean that's how you know where they live?
No, that's how I knew where they live.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with that one.
Yeah. So she said, we have August 31st available. And Maricela and Freddie were with us. And Maricela looked at us and said, do it.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to wait that long.
That's what she said. She's like, you have 7 months or 8 months to do it. Almost 9 because it's August 31st, And you can easily get that done.
You could have done it in a shorter time. The reason it feels like the work is always going to be the same, it almost might feel like more in the longer time because instead of doing everything in a week,
You do it in months.
it's like, okay, this week's cake, this week's flowers, this week's this, instead of like you do cake today, flowers tomorrow, which sucks that week.
Yeah.
But you would have been done at some point.
Right. Yeah, I know my friend at work, Arlene, got married in a month and a half. Cindy and Chris got married in a month. So it's definitely possible.
I'm not going to do that, but I don't want to even.
But they also got married at the same place in Long Beach, and it's one of the all-inclusive kind of things.
I kind of want to do that.
Do it. Do it 100%.
Do it.
Yeah, do that. I would 100% recommend
Under
that.
100 guests, everyone was telling me it's doable because
Yeah.
it's not as expensive.
Yeah,
It's
100%.
just like it kind of works out the same
Mhm.
because, like, besides the per plate caters, whatever, I'm sure there's a base rate that they're going to charge you anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, as long as the food's good, that's the problem.
That's the hard part. A lot of those places, like, Brandy likes Cindy's food. I didn't care for it. That was buffet style, serving it yourself.
I'm doing table service.
Table service was good. Arlene got that at that place in Long Beach. It's called the Grand. I like the food a lot more with table service.
I think like a place that's a venue,
Mhm.
but not like a banquet hall.
Yeah.
You could have some good luck there
You can.
because they're like,
For sure
this is
can.
what we do.
Remember Swiss Park?
No.
You don't remember Swiss Park?
What is Swiss Park?
Swiss Park is not called that anymore. It's called something else. On Workman Mill and Crossroads. Right by the center.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
right by the country club. Yeah, that was Swiss Park. I don't know what it's called now, but that's one of those like one of my friends got a quinceañera there. I didn't go for some reason. And I lived like a minute away.
No, but that's like a cheeky venue. I mean, a
yeah.
venue and like, imagine if the Griffith House was just a house. Almost like the Cal Poly Kellogg house.
Mhm.
Like it's a historic thing, but like we rent it out. Anyways, I don't know.
So yeah, we just really liked Griffith House. We saw pictures.
No, it made it not. I don't mean it made sense as like a bad thing. Like
Yeah,
it was like obvious almost.
it was. It was. I mean, just with how close it was, with how like available. That was like such a perfect date.
You guys needed the big space.
Yeah,
and
we did.
not a banquet hall.
Yeah,
Like
I liked. If it was like 10 degrees cooler, it would have been perfect because I liked the openness of the area.
yeah, but there was a breeze most of the day.
Yeah,
Like we got lucky with, I think our problem was we were there all day.
Yeah.
The guests weren't there that long.
Yeah.
So it wasn't as bad. You know, and it cooled down. Like we were there, we were burning at noon.
Yeah, we were.
Like when we were carrying dishes and all that.
I had to go home and shower.
Yeah.
So yeah, loved Griffith House. It almost looks like my house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like same vibe. It's this old, like they were probably built around the same time in the 20s, 30s, Spanish style. We found out that Griffith House is also a school. There's a school back there. Yeah. But I liked that it was had its own parking lot.
Big parking lot.
Big parking lot, and I don't think anybody parked outside.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I don't think
Because
they
you had
did.
a lot of people, but it was like a lot of families, like people
Right.
carpooled and all
I
that.
had like 2 or 3 tables that were the full family, like 8 people.
Crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, own parking lot. The reception area and the ceremony were right by each other. Everything was outside. It started at 4, ended at 10. Had to be out by 11. But we got there. I got there at like 10:30 in the morning, and that's when we started doing all the setup. What I learned about Griffith House is, Gabriel kind of said it best. He said, "Dude, this place is like you're borrowing somebody's backyard.
Mhm.
They do nothing, like absolutely nothing for you, other than make you use their rental service, the Yennies.
You're renting a space. You're not renting a venue.
Exactly. So it was a little bit of trying to understand and work around that day of. That was maybe the only sense of stress that we had. I guess miscommunication and not being more obvious about certain things, especially with Gabriel on the catering. Like, I don't think he understood that even though he's a caterer, he needs to clean like everyone's table.
We were all kind of confused in the end.
Because
what to clean, what not. He's like, I think we leave the tablecloths,
Yeah.
but we need to clean trash. But like people were sitting down.
Yeah.
They're leaving their phones places. So we were just kind of like picking up a little bit.
It was a very weird thing because I would have hired bussers if I knew that, because we could have hired like a few bussers from Amy. But then there were things that, like moving the umbrellas. Do bussers move umbrellas?
Mm.
Do you know like
yeah, this guys, I'm not engaged yet, by the way. We're just looking around because
Yeah.
it's fun, right? Like there are venues where you pay them and they're like, we cook the food. It's not included, but like you pick up a food package, let's
Yeah.
say. But like it comes with the tables and chairs. And you assume the venue that has the tables and chairs, they put them out there for you.
right,
And you just leave at the end of the day.
right. And that's the thing. That's what I want to get into next. Yennies. Or Yenis, as Amy calls them. I don't know why she calls them Yenis. They're a Latino company. It's definitely Yenny, but whatever. They are forced upon you. They are forced upon you for the sole reason that Hutchinson Weddings, Griffith House, they overcharge you. They put their tax on it.
Because the venue's cheap.
Because the venue's cheap. Yeah. So I can go on Yenny's website and I see all the prices. And then the price that I got from the venue is higher, which I'm like, okay, that's obviously the difference. That's what I'm really paying for. They were fine for the most part. Couple of hiccups. The farm tables, which were upgrades. I paid for each farm table individually. Really quick, before I even get into that, the base price of it all for the rentals is $20 a person. What that includes is 2 chairs, one for the ceremony, one for the reception, that were white foldables, not like the ghetto ones, you know, like the nice
What's the brand?
resin.
Hold on.
I think they're resin.
Lifetime.
No.
Too nice?
No. Those are not nice enough. The ones that are padded, the padded folded ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of like the ones we had at the ceremony, but white.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that. You get 2 chairs, a seat at an 8-person table, the tablecloth. and that's $20.
The table.
Like a seat at the
Oh, okay.
a seat at the table
Yeah.
because it's like
Yeah. Weird wedding math.
very weird. But if I wanted crossbacks like the chairs I got, an extra $7.50 per chair. If I wanted the farm tables, an extra $90 per table. If I wanted, it just really starts adding up whenever you want to add anything to it.
Yeah.
Which we did because I think it looked a lot nicer. I've seen the all whites, like the all white weddings at Griffith House, and I did not like the way it looked at all.
Because it's outside.
Yeah, I like the natural like wood colors and that kind of stuff. We also had to rent the. I know this is like all logistical stuff, but we had to rent fork, knife, napkin, plate.
Jesus.
Yeah, and that by itself like $5 per person. And it's like if you want a water goblet, okay, another $1. But who's gonna fill the water? And that's when Amy's like, well, the caterer does. And caterer's like, well, so then I have to have people dedicated to just water. Because that for 200 people, that's a full-time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a balance.
Yeah, all inclusive, man.
That's what I'm saying. I would recommend going all inclusive. Like if you can find a venue that does weddings, that looks, well, I'm sure you will, like that looks nice, probably like a country club or something like that. Like they're definitely out there. This was very DIY, but mainly because of the size of the wedding.
Yeah, it's just a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like 80 or under, I feel like you go anywhere.
If I would have done this at an all inclusive, I'm probably looking at like 70, 80,000.
Yeah, you had a lot of people.
Yeah. Plus open bar. That's
Yeah.
another big thing. But it was beer and wine and seltzers and sangria. But people didn't know there was sangria. But anyways,
The seltzers did a lot of work.
they did a lot of work. They were gone. I left. I'll get into that in the catering section. So yeah, we also rented umbrellas, the Redding Arch. Shout out to Steph for my mom was kind of like the florist, I guess, because I didn't hire a florist. Another way I was trying to save money, and I bought I guess I can get into it now. I bought all my flowers from Sam's Club.
Yeah.
They have a wedding package at Sam's Club, and we got huge boxes at the house, dude. I still have them. I need to break them down because they don't fit in my trash can. Like just one of them doesn't fit in my trash can at all. We got a 48-piece wedding package of flowers, and that included everything for the bridesmaids, all the centerpieces, a lot of stuff. Like it was so much stuff. The only thing I had to really buy separate was the eucalyptus, the
Mhm.
runners on all the farm tables. Sam's Club was great. Everything that we had from them was top notch. If I would have got that from a regular florist, probably like 10 grand. Because I got quoted from a florist, and everything that I saw from them, we got like samples of them. And it was like baby's breath and greenery. And it was like 4,000. And it was just like, I told Brandy, that's not worth it. In my head, that's not worth it. You can get the amount of money they probably spent in downtown LA on all the greenery and the floor and the baby's breath and all that kind of stuff, maybe $500. And the rest is all them just putting it together.
Mhm.
When we can just pay Sam's Club to put it all together, it comes already together. We just need to keep it on water for a couple of days and in a controlled environment. And we're getting maybe like 3-4 times the amount of flowers. It's things you don't think about.
This is so much.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. But so I pretty much assigned my mom to handle all the flowers, which means we had to get all the centerpieces, cut them, and put them in bowls and fill the water with all the bowls, or fill the bowls with water. I had to find the bowls. Sam's Club recommends a certain bowl. Doesn't exist anymore on Sam's Club.
Okay.
I found the exact dimensions in another bowl of a place called Wholesale Vases.
I wonder what they sell.
Come to find out, they were in El Monte.
You just roll up?
I rolled up because it said they can ship them to me. It's like $100 and some in shipping because they're glass vases.
Yeah.
Or you can pick them up for free. I'll be there tomorrow. So I got all these bowls. I got a bunch of stuff from Dollar Tree. All the like skinny vases, the glass skinny, all Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree online, you buy it in bulk and you pick it up at the store. Oh, that's just flowers. Yeah, but like I said, Steph really knocked it out of the park. I had some baby's breath and greenery. My mom bought a pool noodle, and Steph punched holes in a pool noodle and made the greenery that went over the arch.
I kept hearing about pool noodle. I didn't know where it was.
Yeah, and it was a red pool noodle, and you couldn't see the red at all.
Nope. I didn't know it was there.
Yeah,
I was under that arch, right?
you were 100%. She did a fantastic job. My mom did a great job with organizing all the flowers and where they're going to go. Even transporting them to the venue was a whole ordeal. We had to put them in 2 separate SUVs. So yeah, flowers. That's a whole thing. I recommend not going with the florist. I don't think it's worth it. They do everything. The drawback of not going with them is we have to cut boxes.
It's like Jeff said, fat cat swinger, flower arrangements.
Yeah, exactly. But it is a wedding, so you need flowers.
Do you?
Or some kind of greenery.
Something, yeah.
Take a guess how much the eucalyptus was.
I don't know, dude.
That's the thing. I had no idea about any of this stuff. Each runner was $90.
Jeez.
And if you were to go through a florist, it was $150 for each runner for half the size.
See, I know they cost money, but I think I want to hire a wedding planner.
Yeah.
Because they know all this stuff.
Mm-hmm. They do.
And they'll just do it.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up vases.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Yeah.
I'm not picking up vases. I'm not going to Sam's Club.
Mm-hmm. I didn't go to Sam's Club. Only online.
Whatever. I'm not going on samsclub.com.
Mm.
I just...
It's a lot. That's why I needed the time. It was like...
Oh, that's fine.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just... It was a lot of things that I didn't even know I was getting myself into.
I think we didn't know what you were doing. We didn't know how much you were doing.
Yeah.
I think. Even like the groomsmen.
Yeah.
We didn't realize.
Yeah, because it's like, those aren't things I need help with. I just got to do it. Brandy and I, that Thursday before the wedding, we got all the floral delivery. Dude, we were there for like 3 hours. We opened up each one, had to unwrap each one of the flower arrangements, cut the stems, put them in. I got 10 Home Depot buckets. We had to fill them with the food. It's crazy. We became florists overnight. That was crazy.
You could do my wedding.
Hey. So, next, I guess this is also part of the DIY stuff. A lot of the decor around the wedding was all DIY things that we found on TikTok and Instagram. Things that Brandy sent me, like, hey, we should do this. One of the first things I wanted to do for sure was a wedding newspaper. And I was going to originally get the classic, fold out big newspaper. And I realized it's not only expensive to get like a small run of those. And of course you need enough for everyone in the wedding. So at least 200. The only place that really does it for weddings is across the pond in the UK. Okay. And imagine people folding out a full-size newspaper at the ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's just kind of...
Yours felt more like a playbill.
That's kind of the vibe I was going
Which
for.
I think you like.
Yeah. I wanted we called it a zine. Like a little zine. A little tiny magazine. Shout out to America's Printer in Buena Park. I got each one of those for $1. Yeah. And
see, that's the type of thing I might do. Because I can make that thing in InDesign.
That's the thing. I got a template from Etsy, and I modified the heck out of it to fit what I needed it to do.
Yeah.
I modified.
That's fun.
It is. But that took me probably the longest. That took me maybe like 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Oh.
And like slowly working on it.
I'm the catalog man at work.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a day.
Yeah.
For everything I learned from Mr. Young.
Shout out, dude.
Dude, 100%?
Yeah.
I haven't learned another skill since
GC?
Yeah, except like exports.
Yeah.
And maybe no, that's all from him. I'm probably doing it wrong. It's okay.
So I filled out everything for the most part. And what I would do is I'd send it to Sos. And I always tell Sos, you have the eye. You have your design eye, and I do not have it. And I understand I don't have it. So I'd send it to him, and he would literally respond and be like, what is this? Like, my spacing was off. Some of the clip art wasn't matching correctly. It was just horrendous. Like, now that I look back on it, I'm like, oh my God, that was bad.
Have you seen my catalog?
I have, actually. Yeah. I was on there for some reason the other day. Yeah. See, now that looks great.
But like I know like white space and
Yeah.
design and not too much of this and like everything is lined up and
Yeah.
justify and blah blah blah. But I this is kind of what I do for our artwork.
Right.
It's
right.
like the same. I have like
And I am like, I don't follow grid lines.
yeah. So that's the thing. My creativity works very much with like lining
It's like
things up.
structure.
Yeah, it's like not graphic design like I can do your logo,
Yeah.
but like yeah, I know where to line things up, why this spacing looks good, why this
Yeah.
capitalization, not too many fonts, that kind of thing.
I am not good with that at all. And so knows that. So he probably worked on that for about like 3 or 4 days.
I'm still mad at how good Trammin episode 7 is.
Which one was that?
He did the Star Tours,
Oh, okay.
and I showed Jeff. He's like, damn, that's just so good.
Like there were like little clip arts that I would find on Google, and I just put it in like for the Skeeta and stuff. And he would take a screenshot and be like, "Why would you use this?" And I'm like,
Oh, like they won't match the
they don't match the same aesthetic as the other ones.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
yeah, and he was so frustrated, and but it all worked out in the end. I think one of the pages didn't align with the other on the fold, but that was like the smallest thing.
There was one other thing.
What?
Do you don't know?
No,
It said you were engaged for 101 days.
it wasn't.
You engaged for like almost a year.
Oh yeah.
Where
Why did I put 101?
I don't know.
That was in the template originally. Dude.
Maybe that's what it was.
I think it was. I think it was.
Hold on. We could check right now.
Yeah, like subtract the. Oh my god, I never even realized that. I also spelled Brandy's Nina's last name wrong, Velasquez, and I spelled Lily's name wrong.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So you got engaged what day?
December
22nd?
20 somewhere around there. Let's say 22nd, sure.
2023 to August. We'll say 30th, right? Day before?
Yeah.
2024. Okay. You were engaged for 252 days.
Woo! All right. Sounds
Something like
good.
that, yeah.
Sounds good.
Because Anna, Freddie's wife, was like, 101 days, but right here it says he got engaged in December. And Kimmy's like, huh. Like they were like looking at
Yeah.
that. They weren't analyzing it.
Yeah.
They just saw, and she goes, that doesn't make sense. That was like 3 months.
I think it was just part of the template. Go.
Yeah.
I'm finding new things out every day, dude. Every day. So yeah, I really liked working on that. That was fun. I kind of changed a lot of it. Added the POV app like last minute in the back. Added my Venmo.
I did not use that thing.
Oh, I'll show you right now. It was awesome, dude.
No, I'm sure it was. I
Yeah.
just like,
A lot of people didn't. I think 20 did.
oh,
Yeah, but it was still cool to see different perspectives of the wedding.
I think it was that I wasn't going to take too many pictures.
Yeah.
And Kimmy took pictures on your phone.
Yeah.
Which I guess we should mention that now.
Yeah, because she was there pretty much.
Well,
I think
you hired 8,000 photographers.
I hired 2.
No. Oh, that's not what I mean.
Oh yeah, like other people.
You got a photographer,
Yeah,
videographer.
Mhm.
The photographer had a content person?
they
Or was
did.
that separate?
They did, but I didn't hire them. They
Okay.
just came. It was supposed to be one photographer, one videographer, and that's all I paid for. But they brought 2 photographers, 1 content person, 1 videographer.
And then you got a photo booth,
I did.
which was awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, it's over there. You're
Oh yeah.
yeah. Because they gave it to me. I'm like, oh, you guys don't want this? They're like, put it on the Trammin set. I'm like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
So they had a photo booth.
And then we had the book where
Yeah, we all put them in.
yeah.
Shout out. At the end of the night, we're like, oh, you guys done? We're here till 9:30. It was like 9:10.
Mhm.
We took the thing, it printed out. They go, do you guys want to just like get the individuals? And because there was no line. So
Mm.
they would open up the gallery and we had the full res just airdrop to they had airdrop on that iPad.
If I can send you, they gave me a link
Oh.
with everyone's picture.
Oh,
Like a
yeah,
full
we need
gallery.
that for that one.
Yeah, I can do a full printout.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a password and stuff on it, but I have
Yeah.
the password.
But yeah, so there was that. And then you like asked me if you could ask Kimmy
Yeah.
to be you were going to have it. At first, I think you wanted her to do like some sort of TikTok edit thing.
Not really. It was
No,
just-
not that thing.
Yeah.
Not the glasses thing. That was separate. But I think you were kind of like, oh, I like her vision and put stuff. And then it changed, and you were like, I just want candidates for the whole day.
yeah.
And so you're like, she come early, take my phone.
Because that's not really what the photographer was there for.
No, they're
They
not
didn't-
there for that.
Yeah, they didn't really do candids. I mean, they did a little bit, but not a whole bunch. A whole bunch.
But yeah, so Kimmy had Rain's phone
Mm-hmm.
all day because his whole family's there. No one's texting him.
Yeah.
And just took photos and videos of just, and she was allowed to like walk around and like she went to like Brandy's. Like that was cool seeing some of that stuff. Well, I didn't see him actually. I saw what the
You haven't seen any of the pictures?
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
because I saw the photographer's photos.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay.
So-
I have that in another shirt folder. Kimmy's. I have
Hmm.
wedding Kimmy, wedding blushing bride.
So like, yeah, Kimmy went around, took photos, videos, and then anytime like she wasn't there, like I took it like the whole last few songs. I had your phone.
Yeah, I saw like the 3-minute video and
I was like, I'm getting this whole thing.
yeah.
Which we'll come back
Yeah,
to
we'll
that.
come back to that.
Yeah. So and then out of nowhere, you're like, hey Jeff, if I buy your film, will you just like do a roll of film?
Yeah.
And Jeff's like, am I meal? And you're like, yeah. And it was like he had a G&T, and you're like, yeah, I'll buy the G&T.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'll buy your food too. He's like, oh really? Okay.
It was more of like it was more not like I want you to be my photographer. It was like bring your camera.
Bring your
Yeah.
camera. You can have an art project.
Yeah, I don't want you to take away from you having fun, but if you see something you want to take a picture of, cool.
Did he do those yet?
No, I don't know. I haven't talked to him about it. So, but yeah, no, that was cool.
I think the last piece of film
Mhm.
is a photo of him that I took.
Really?
It took me 3 minutes to focus that thing.
Because it's on manual focus.
It's manual focus, which I can do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, he goes, no, you got to line up the things. And it was dark. So you couldn't
Oh.
see the circles.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see how that came out.
So yeah, we had all the photographers. Shout out to Kimmy. I loved all the stuff she took. Brandy made a TikTok
Mhm.
based on everything from Kimmy.
Oh.
What I liked what she did, and is exactly what I wanted. I just wanted little snippets of things that were happening. Just like your phone being stood up and like taking a 10-second video of the
Kimmy's
fountain
good at
going.
that.
And I knew she was
So that's what it was.
based
'Cause,
on socials.
yeah, like she'll post in like the sixth thing in a carousel.
Yeah.
It's like a 10-second video of a cat sitting at a window.
Exactly.
And you're like, yeah, I want that.
And that's exactly what I wanted, which is why I asked her. So yeah, it came out great. I haven't posted really anything from it. I was gonna save it for Trammin for this week.
Only thing, you can't schedule collabs if you want them on your feed. But you
Oh.
could post whatever you want on your own feed
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. So yeah, she did great. Now that we're here, the photographers did great. I got
Those looked really good.
they really came out great. They were called Blushing Bride Photography, recommended to me by Jason, my cousin, but because his friend Andy, which I used to go to Comic-Con and stuff with Andy, went to Bosco, MS also. He got married at the Disneyland Hotel, and they, like many venues, force you to use certain vendors, and they're one of the
Wow.
Disney photographers. And on their like Instagram and stuff, it says Disney Creative Partner. So
Wow.
I think they're like maybe the only ones they can use. I don't know, but they're going in the parks at like 3-4 in the morning with.
Oh, they do that stuff?
They do all that stuff. That's the main thing they do. And I had to ask him, like, do you do stuff not at Disney? And he's like, yeah, of course. And I'm like, it's still in Anaheim, so yeah, he was good. He was good. And Brandy got into it with them because it was like, it's a long story. It's essentially the hair guy was an hour late, and because he was an hour late, it dominoed everything.
Yeah.
And he was the videographer was like, we're not gonna have time for a first look. And Brandy's like, I want a first look. And he's like, you're not gonna have time because of the ceremony. She's like, I'm gonna have my first look. So it was like
He was trying though.
He was.
It was the hair guy.
Yeah.
Well, so Kimmy
Uh-huh.
was my little go-between.
Yeah.
So she said she said something to Brandy about her. Like she asked her about something. I don't remember what it was. Something about hair, and she was like, Brandy said like, "Oh, he's doing my sister's hair," and Kimmy was like, "Go tell your sister it's over." Like,
Oh, really? That was Kimmy?
yeah.
Because Brandy was like, I don't know. She said somebody told me.
She's like, get your sister out of the way. It's your wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
So wait, what did she tell you?
That
It's
the
not
hair-
her, Brandy's. Which sister was it?
I don't know.
But it wasn't Brandy's sister's fault either. It
No.
was just the hair guy was taking a while.
Yeah. That somebody told her to get, I think it was Kaylee, get Kaylee out of the way, and so he can do you, so you can do your first look. So, Kimmy saving the day. Shout out.
Well, Kimmy was like, it's the bride's wedding.
Yeah.
And she goes, if you can afford it, what people do, not you couldn't afford it. Like what some people do, they just get a hair person for the bride who just does the bride and leaves.
Yeah.
And then one for everyone else.
Yeah.
And they just deal with it.
Yeah, that probably would have been good. Like I don't think he brought any helpers. Like
and it's like, it would cost a little more, but it's not like you're paying them for the whole 3 hours or whatever. It's like they're doing the one person and they leave.
And they leave.
Yeah.
Everyone's
hair looked great.
Yeah, everything looked good. Brandy looked great. Makeup looked great too. But yeah. Shout out to photographers again. I really liked them. They sent me like 650 photos. I didn't like them all, but that's mainly because of me, you know. But like
it looks like I'd hire them.
Yeah.
Well, I would send it. Can I send Kimmy that album?
Of course. Yeah.
Ask her because I thought they came out great. They didn't seem intrusive at all.
They weren't. And the girl who was doing all like the posing of us and everything, super professional, dude.
She was quick too.
She was.
And
she
like,
knew exactly
not
what
professional,
she wanted.
like she was like personable too.
Yeah.
But she was just like, all right, one more, two more, one more like this. All right, you stand here, just put your hand here. All right, let's go.
Yeah. I could tell from
Didn't take 2 hours.
No, not at all. Not at all. One thing that from the beginning, the way that they approached everything was very, very professional. Like, he's like, hey, I need a list of everyone that we're taking a picture of. I need just everything that you want. You're not going to have time for this. Like, he was being like real with me with a lot of stuff, but you can have time for this. Just, you can tell it wasn't their first wedding, and I appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah, they had multi-camera setup on the. I got mic'd up.
I mean, I got mic'd up too. We both had mics on. I didn't even know that was coming.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, you're the officiant. I got to put a mic on you." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Is this hot?" He goes, "It's hot, but no one could hear you." He goes, "I'll hear you and edit it out."
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
So they asked for 5 songs, and we sent them 5 songs, and they're going to use those throughout like a 5-minute video, and they're going to send me the raws because I'm going to pay for them.
Yeah.
But I was really impressed by them. Really happy with the way everything came out. Really happy.
To be fair, raw video, because raw photo is a no.
No, raw
Yeah.
video. Not raw
Rain
photos.
knows.
Yeah.
Because raw video, they don't. I'm sure they'll color correct a little bit, but it's just like you just want all the footage.
Right.
That's basically. It's more like give me all the footage, like archival.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, shout out to them. Back to decor. I bought candles, and they were supposed to be like a favor, so people can take home. Bought 200 of those. I still have like 120 of them. Nobody really took them.
I think because they were at the entrance table.
They were at the entrance table. Yeah.
And
So
they didn't bring it to the. Like I took one.
yeah, I was hoping people would grab them when they leave, which
It was dark over there.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
I got like little custom match boxes, and it said, Brandy and Christian's wedding or whatever on it. And I kind of like put them together. That was the whole idea. We got fans because we knew it was going to be hot.
Oh.
What?
It's downstairs.
Oh, a fan?
Yeah.
Yeah. We still have a lot of them actually too. We got heel protectors
Yeah.
for anybody who was wearing high heels, so their heels didn't sink into the grass.
Yeah, like snowshoes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what Jeff called them.
Exactly.
He's
And
like, oh, these are cool.
yeah, we had a audio guest book, like a lot of weddings do. Dude, there's a service online. Brandy was like, hey, we should get it from here. You rent one of those, and they'll send everything to you in audio format, right? $375 for that.
How much was the phone?
$175 on Amazon.
And it's fun.
I just plug it into my iPhone, USB-C, and transferred everything through files. Didn't even use a computer.
And you have it?
What?
Like I can use that thing, huh?
You can. I
Try to sell it if you can.
I was trying to sell it, but I have so much stuff. I put on OfferUp, hey, $100, and it's all yours. I mean, I literally put on the OfferUp post. I'm trying to pay it forward a little bit because this is at least $500-$600 worth of stuff. Because I have we had glow sticks. Do you know this?
I was like, where were the glow sticks?
Yeah, I had a whole box of
Not glow sticks, like the foam.
They're called glow sticks.
That's
but
the new wedding thing.
yeah. It's
Where were they? You just forgot?
in the groom's area. They were in a box, an unmarked box. That's what it was.
Oh.
I had 100 of them. Selling those. And then just all signage throughout the event. I bought mostly everything on Etsy, like $1, $2, templates, and I just would modify them and send everything to Sos for approval. And he would just fix the spacing, tell me if I need to change a font or whatever. And all the small signage I printed at Maricel and Freddie's house on their printer, and just cut it out with scissors and put it in a Dollar Tree frame.
You know, printers at work.
Yeah, but
they helped you.
yeah, I didn't want to go back to work, and everything wasn't finalized until like a couple days before.
Okay.
And then I printed all the large signage at B2 Shout out. Yeah,
They're good.
How
do they do it? They're just like next day. My dad's like, no way. I go, it'll be ready tomorrow.
Huh?
And he goes, no, we're doing 50 sheets. I go, it'll be ready tomorrow.
Do they have they have 4 warehouses in the U.S. over 500,000 square feet worth of warehouse in the U.S. They have 12 Durst printers in Pomona, and each Durst printer is like 1.3 mil, and they run them in 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, they have 3 shifts.
Yeah, because it's just like
monsters.
Dude, I made, for everyone out there, they're 4 foot by 5 foot aluminum panels. Aluminum. And they put a sheet on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's an adhesive sheet. We printed 50 of those. I submitted them 1:30 p.m. and they were ready 1:30 p.m. the next day.
Monsters, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you had to go pick them up.
Yeah.
But whatever.
And dude, they got that warehouse? $100 a square foot. They're probably at like $450 a square foot now, because that's like brand new property.
They buy the warehouse though?
They bought the warehouse. Yep. Whew. And that was in 2014. Yep. I remember when they were buying it. Anyways, that's enough of decor. Everything else was mainly just part of the rentals. Like I said,
We haven't even like talked about the wedding.
Yeah, we haven't. This is all just like logistical stuff real quick. Cake. Another big part of the wedding. We went with Patty's Cake.
Fullerton, right?
In Fullerton. Fantastic place, dude. I love every cake that I've ever had from them is delicious.
I thought you guys got 2 cakes.
We did. I don't know what the cake sitch was.
I only had a banana cake.
There was also butter pecan.
Did they taste the same?
Definitely not. Completely
I
different.
did not see a butter pecan.
Did you go early or late?
Both. You sure there were 2 cakes?
I have a picture of them next to each other.
Maybe I did have both.
Maybe.
They didn't taste similar?
No, not at all.
No, the cakes were good.
It's good stuff, man. I didn't get to even have any of the banana one. Because the cake that we had, it was... So, I didn't know this. Wedding cake, the big wedding cake is just for show.
Didn't used to be.
It didn't used to be. Now it is. It's just for show. It's usually kind of small. And the bride and groom eat the bottom section. But then the rest of it gets sliced and handed out also. The top section is supposed to be eaten a year later on the anniversary. You freeze it.
Yeah.
Which we actually don't need to do, because Patty's Cake sent us an email saying, hey, leave us a review. The anniversary cake's on us. So
they'll freeze it, or they just make you another one?
No, they'll make us another one of the top section.
Interesting.
Yeah. I was like, that's cool. We don't got to eat nasty cake in a year, you know?
Yeah, you got to vacuum seal it basically
Pretty
and
much.
hope that there are no power outages.
Pretty much. Which, really quick side tangent. Did I tell you about my massive power outage like 3 weeks ago?
No.
We had a transformer 3 blocks from us explode.
That's always fun.
It knocked out power for 2,600 houses for over 12 hours. Insane, dude. And it was like 95 degrees that day, and we had no AC. Miserable.
I would just go to a hotel.
Yeah, we probably should have, but Kaylee was with us too, and it was a whole thing.
She has a house.
True. We could have gone there. We could have gone there. So yeah.
Yeah, I would just go to my parents. They have like 2 rooms that are just unused.
Yeah. So yeah, cake, awesome. I really enjoyed Patty's.
I've had cookies from there.
Okay.
Also good.
For anybody getting married soon, I would say if you email Patty's, you can schedule a tasting. And when you do the tasting, they give you cupcakes of all the flavors you want to try. And they you choose like the bread, and then you choose the filling. And they complement each other. It's really cool the way they do it. And very professional. They have a whole tasting area in their location and stuff. And they're right here in Fullerton. Next, now we're on the topic of food. Cocina Express, my caterer, aka Gabriel's restaurant.
AKA, as Amy called them, Cochina Express.
Oh, I don't think Amy hated anybody more than Gabriel after this. It was bad. It was bad. We had so many.
Gabriel doesn't sugarcoat anything.
No, he does not.
He'll just tell you.
Yeah.
He doesn't like the moment.
Yeah.
You're going to know.
If
Also a nice guy, but yeah.
And if you don't understand how Gabriel works, you will not like the way Gabriel works, which is why no teachers ever liked him. If that makes any sense. Because most of the time, he's doing things, not the right way that you're supposed to be doing it. He's not paying attention to everything. It's just, there's a lot of stuff involved with that. I just know that's how Gabriel is, which is why when I talked to him about everything, I said, I wrote everything down and I said, these are your responsibilities. This is what we want. This is the menu we want. I made sure I was as clear as day for everything. Did he read any of it? No.
What was missing?
He didn't know. I put that they had to pass out the cake, that they had to bus all the tables, that they had to take out the trash. He didn't just read it. And he's like the day of, I didn't know how to do that. And I was like, it's that kind of thing. But also, a really big shout out to Gabby and Poncho. That's Gabriel's sister who went to mission. She was like a couple years old.
I want everyone to know the first words here are Gabriel killed it.
Yes. Yeah. I want people to know that if you weren't involved with the wedding at all, if you were a guest, you would have thought it's the best caterer you've ever seen. Because the food was so top quality, so good. It was just.
I cracked him up at the end of the day. I go, hey, dude, by the way, good job today. I'm going to be honest, I didn't think the steak was going to be good. And he's like, oh my God. I'm like, but it was.
Yeah.
I think he didn't expect me to be honest.
Yeah.
He was like, you thought it wasn't going to be good? I go, no. Well, good job.
It was funny. Ricardo was telling me a couple days ago that Gabriel saw Ricardo cut into, and you know how Gabriel and Ricardo are. They're like two peas in a pod now. It's hilarious. He saw Ricardo cut into it and it was like fully cooked, like well done steak.
Uh-huh.
And Gabriel looked at that and was like, you like your steak like that? To Ricardo? Ricardo's like, not really. And he grabbed the plate and went to go and tell the lady, why are you cooking the steaks like that? And brought Ricardo a better one. But yeah. But the reason why I want to talk about Gabby and Poncho, Gabriel's sister and his brother-in-law, I didn't know this until about a month ago. Gabby refuses to do weddings. She does not want to do weddings and has not wanted to do weddings in like 6 years and has not touched one since. The last wedding she did was Sos and Holly's. And she got chewed out.
I was going to say, she doesn't like dealing with brides.
She got cussed out by multiple people.
Uh-huh.
And got traumatized, essentially, from doing weddings. She said, I will never do one again. And of course, Gabriel went up to her a few months ago and said, hey, mother, Rain's getting married. We're going to do the wedding. And she said, absolutely not. And they were fighting for months about it. And to the point where she wasn't going to come the day of. And she showed up like 2 hours in. Me and Poncho go way back, dude. Like we used to go to the hookah bar together when I was like 18, 19. And like he's been around the restaurants for the longest time. He used to run La Tia, used to run El Gallo, the grill. All the food is mainly Poncho. He's the guy who puts everything together and does all that stuff. When I went to go do the tasting, Poncho cooked everything specifically for me, for us, and presented us with everything and said, these are the options I think would work for you. But yeah, I mean, Gabriel literally charged me cost on everything, which was insane. That was from all my little DIY, little cost saving measures. That was like the exponential one that just knocked everything else, blew everything else out of the water. Like I said earlier, if I would have gone to Villa del Sol, how many ounces do you think that steak was? It was they were New York steaks.
That was like
a 10 to 12.
It was like a 10-ounce steak.
A 10 ounce. Gabriel claims they're 8 each.
They were thin.
Is that maybe that's what it was?
They were thin.
Yeah,
not like he cut them thin. They were just thinner than normal.
Yeah, but he claims that each one was 8, but they looked hefty.
Yeah, they were. Think of in a steakhouse, the steaks are like this thick.
True.
His were like here.
Yeah,
which was good for a wedding.
Yeah,
because like he's cooking 1,000 of these things.
Right.
But yeah, they were thinner. I could see it.
Okay. Yeah. When you see it on the plate, it looked big.
Yeah.
Because
sure.
I was used, like, you go to weddings and you get a steak that's like.
You get a petite fillet.
Exactly. Like it looks like a
well, that's the thing.
4 ounce thing.
Those are, well, sometimes they're 6, but a petite fillet is like 8 ounce, 6 ounce, but they're like this thick.
Yeah.
They're like an inch and a half. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
But I was just like blown away by the quality of everything. It tasted good.
Yeah, look, it wasn't a steakhouse steak, but it wasn't a wedding steak. It was a good steak. It was a steak you have at like
in a backyard party.
Yeah,
yeah, which
like,
is
like someone's dad's making steak.
Exactly, which is exactly what I
with
wanted.
like rosemary and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like he knew what to do to it. Like you're not making salt and pepper ribeyes at a wedding,
right?
You know?
Right. They half cooked everything.
Yeah,
before they got
which
there.
is smart.
Yeah, and then they just got there and they put everything on the grill and were able to kind of pump everything out really quickly. So we had this was the dining that Gabriel provided for me. For appetizers, there was a ceviche with tostadas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how it tasted. I did not have it. That's like the one thing I was like, man, I wish I would have had that. I don't know if there was shrimp in it. I put shrimp ceviche only because there are people in Brandy's family that have shrimp allergies. So just in case, don't eat ceviche. And Gabriel didn't know if there was going to be shrimp either. Yeah. I saw them in their like little prep area cutting everything for the ceviche the morning of. So 100% fresh. They also had esquite.
Mm-hmm.
Just corn and mayo. Did not try that. Would not have tried that.
Yeah, Kimmy took like one bite. She was a lot of mayo.
Yeah.
I took a bite. It was good.
Yeah, I don't know. For the mains, we offered steak. Like I said, it was a New York steak. When I originally went for the tasting, they gave me a ribeye and a New York. And the ribeye was just way too fatty, even for Brandy, who loves fat.
Yeah, unless you're getting a prime and you're handpicking each one,
yeah,
you don't want to do it.
Yeah, so we just went with the New York. Less fat, but I still thought there was a sufficient amount of fat on it.
New York's very good.
Yeah.
New York is a very good steak. It's my second favorite steak.
Okay. Yeah, it was good. The way that they prepared it was great. And then a side of mashed potatoes and asparagus.
Mashed potatoes are good.
Very good.
Not too creamy. I like them potatoey.
Yeah.
That's what it needed.
And all that stuff none of it was like.
I wanted to be like, give me a salmon too.
I heard really good things about the salmon.
Jeff loved the salmon.
Did he? And I heard they were giving like almost 2 pieces sometimes.
Yeah.
Because
I almost said like put some salmon on a steak.
I found something out yesterday. Vance went for round 2 on the steak.
Vance went for multiple rounds of everything. He was right behind me. He goes, "Oh, you're table 24, right?"
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's what he told me.
Yeah, me and the boys, the Trammin boys,
yeah,
were in the peanut gallery, the kids table 24.
Yeah.
We cheered at the end.
Oh, you did?
When we finally got called.
Yeah.
And Vance goes, hey, you're the last table, right? I'm gonna get some more. And he's like, they won't know. He stood behind me. And then we could start telling stories.
Yeah,
now, right?
yeah.
Well, yeah. So later on in the night, Jeff needed to put something in his car. I'm like, oh, I got to get something from the groom suite. Come with me. We go in there. I'm like, hey, let's grab a Baja Blast thing. And I open it up, and it's just me and Jeff in the groom suite or the whatever it's called, right? And the door opens, and we turn around, and it's Sos and like 5-6 people. And they're like, oh, what's up, guys? I'm like, I'm looking for the Baja Blast. And at the same time, Sos and I go, Vance, drink them all.
He's had like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me yesterday. And I was like, God, all right, dude.
And then Sos was there. Jasmine was there. I don't know if Bree was there. And then a couple people I didn't know.
Bree, which Bree? There's so many Brees.
Brianna.
Which Brianna?
Brandy's sister.
Brandy's sister, okay.
I think she was there, but I don't remember. They were all there. And then Sos just looks at me and Jeff and goes, you guys want to do soju shots? so we just did some soju shots.
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So the food. Yeah, food was good.
Yeah. And there was also a veggie option that was like a portobello.
Oh, Bree Kish.
Yeah. She
Matthews
got that, right?
Got it. And she was like, oh, this is like good veggies.
Good.
Like
good.
there was like actual, it wasn't just like bleh.
Yeah.
Like it was actual stuff.
They ended up making it vegan. I mean, it wasn't like contact traced vegan, but like there was no cheese in there. I thought there was going to be cheese in there, which is why
it looked good. Like just charred veggies, which, and mushrooms is what people do when it's meat, but they don't want to do
Poncho said
meat.
like, I'm going to put portobello. That's like the alternative.
Horchata.
You had it.
I asked Gabriel. I was like, dude, that was really good with the almond milk. He goes, no almond milk, dude, just the rice.
That's crazy.
He
I didn't
did it
know
all
that.
the way. I drank 5 cups of that.
Holy cow.
Dude, I was just going. I was double fisting. I went to Kimmy. I'm like, I got you. She's like, oh, I already had some. So I just, dude,
You liked it?
it was the best horchata I've had in my whole life.
Yeah, it's
Because it was just,
it was good.
dude. And it was like, he goes, listen, dude, it's just a lot of sugar. And I'm like, that's fine with me.
What they do at the restaurant is they put like pink rock candy on the top and pumpkin seeds on the top. And it kind of like pink sugar adds something to it.
Now, I get why in a restaurant you would add some almond milk. You don't got 24 hours to soak in blended rice, right?
Yeah.
But for the wedding, But speaking of Gabriel and the way he works, I remember us sitting getting ready and he goes, oh, I don't have the however you say beehive thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to go get some.
He called me and said, hey, you got some at your house? I was like, no, I don't have the jug things at my house.
What's the word?
I
it's
forget.
such a crazy word.
Yeah, he told me.
Hold
I heard
on.
it so many
I
times.
have it here. What is it? Like agua fresca
Holder.
beehive. It's like the second or third result because I remember. Where'd it go?
Oh, it's not
Container. There's like 2. Vitrolero.
Vitrolero. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, I did not have that. I don't know what happened with the aguas. I don't know if there was. I think it was just one of each one of those.
Yeah.
Right?
They didn't run out.
It ran out toward the end.
Yeah, but
It's good.
if you wanted it, you got it.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't
exactly.
have why? It's busy.
Busy, dude. Yeah, super busy.
Yeah, I would have drank more. I should have drank more. It was
Dude, we can go to the restaurant whenever we want.
it's almond milk.
Yeah, true.
And it's LA.
True. She's having her own little party down there, dude. And then for the drinks, we ended up going with a few different things, all courtesy of Sam Walton once again.
Huh?
It's Sam's Club.
Oh.
Yeah. And for beer, we had the Backyard Special, Modelo Especial, and Michelob Ultra for all the diabetics in the family. That's literally what it is. For wine, Brandy's mom had a lot of sparkling Stella at her, like a red sparkling Stella that was sweet. And I know a lot of people like that stuff. So we had like 9 bottles of that. I think one went.
I was gonna say, how much leftover wine you got?
Like 30 bottles.
It's always a thing.
Yeah. We have the Sauvignon Blanc, which is what ended up doing me in. The Chardonnay, Cabernet Sauvignon. By the way, the Sauvignon Blanc and the Chardonnay were Kim Crawford and Kendall Jackson, my 2 favorites of whites. It's like a standard $12 bottle from Sam's Club.
So I drank a bunch of soju.
Mm-hmm.
I
I forgot that we had the soju.
think 3 or 4 shots of soju
Yeah.
because we did some while you weren't there too.
Okay.
Not that soju shots. We were
Yeah.
just like we didn't have anything. And then so that was like first, and
You had
then
a shot of tequila with us, Tina?
oh, dude, that reposado
That was good.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I drink that all day,
That's just
dude.
expensive.
No cough,
Yeah.
no choke,
I
no
know.
burn.
It was called like the ammo or something like that.
Okay, someone asked Ricardo how much it is, and he said 400, right?
Yeah.
Okay, not 4,000.
It was, he said there were the 2 nice bottles he brought was that tequila bottle, and then he gave me the Don Perignon.
Perignon,
Sure.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good. I forgot I had that.
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Oh, why aren't you drinking?" I'm like, "I'm gonna get hot during the ceremony if I drink right now because
Yeah.
I get warm, and I don't want to like be red in the face.
Yeah.
Not drunk, just like hot,
hot,
like
yeah.
dehydrated, and my mouth's gonna get dry." So as soon as that ended, I had the Baja Blast, and then I had one of the Agua Fresca. We had our own stash.
Oh yeah.
which are still seltzers, but
Right.
had one of those. And then I was like done. I was actually going to get water, and I'm walking, and then Sos crosses my path. He goes, "Hey, I just cracked this open. You want a swig?" It was more soju. I'm like, "All right." And then I was done, and then Jeff went and got something. He's like, "Come on, one more. It's just, like it's tonight." I'm like, "Okay." And I think the pineapple high noon vodka. Those are good.
Yeah, the seltzers. I put like a poll on Instagram maybe like 3 months ago between White Claw and High Noons.
White Claw is over, dude.
I thought it was over too, but it was kind of close. It was like 65 to 45%. But more people like the High Noons, and I'm glad I went with the High Noons because we had the 2 options: the vodka seltzer and the tequila
Yeah.
seltzer. I didn't know that was a thing until we saw them at Sam's.
And I feel like I don't feel good after drinking a White Claw. I didn't feel anything after the high noon.
Yeah,
Like anything bad.
yeah.
I think they're lighter.
That's what ended up doing me in at the end though. The shotgun.
Uh,
Yeah. And then last but not least, we had the Sam's Club Sangria, which I don't think anybody drank.
Where was it?
Exactly. That's the thing. You had to order it at the bar, and it was on the bar menu, which I put here, but I guess it's too low on the menu.
I think it's that. Oh, because it maybe looks like a title.
Yeah.
You know why? I think people saw High Noon and they're just like, just give me the can.
Yeah. Yeah. The sangria is really good. And it comes in like a 32-ounce bottle. It's like $7. But it's insanely really good.
7 or 70?
7.
Huh.
Yeah. So yeah, drinks, food, all that was top tier. We had little itty bitty problems throughout the day. Nobody knew it, which was, I think, a success in my book. Everybody kept coming up to me telling me the food was amazing, that Gabriel really did an awesome job. And yeah, and everyone was happy with the drinks. We underestimated. So at this venue, they only have a beer, wine, and seltzer license, I guess. You can't serve anything else.
Seltzer does so much work. Just that word seltzer.
It does. It does. And wine too. Because then things like soju can be brought. Like people can make wine cocktails.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can get really gray there. We didn't really, but
It was basically no like open bottles of alcohol.
right.
It seemed
No
like
liquor.
that's what it was. Like they couldn't mix drinks for you, but like
But we underestimated the power of the Mexican dude. People bringing in their own bottles.
oh,
There were so many bottles that were just being passed around.
I didn't even see.
Exactly.
I was busy though.
Mexicans. They would. Ricky,
Oh, I did see a couple actually. Yeah.
Ricky, Randy's uncle, probably had like 20 or 30 different people in his car, just making rounds, and they were just taking swigs of bottles in the car.
They could have brought it out. No one would have said anything.
Nobody
No
would have.
one
Yeah,
was there.
exactly. But I think they were just trying to be respectful. Whatever. Or in the groom suite, we had a few shots, but we just really underestimated that because we have so much leftover alcohol.
Oh,
We have 6 cases of Modelo, 5 cases of Ultra, like 30 wine bottles, all the sangria.
See, it's like I feel like if like all inclusive venue, you pay for what they open.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you don't take anything home.
Exactly. Or you pay for nothing, and people buy their own drinks.
I'm not.
But that is an option, though.
You can't be doing that.
I
I'm just
don't
gonna say it here.
I don't agree with it either, but I get it. I get when people.
At that
do
point,
it.
just do the beer and wine.
Yeah.
It's better just.
I liked us bringing our own stuff
What do you mean?
here. Like
Yeah. No, I mean, don't do the cash bar.
Yeah,
Just do something else instead.
but sometimes that's not even an option.
What do you mean?
Like I've seen venues where it's like you get with this package, you get 1 hour of included drinks, and everything after that is paid. You could get an open bar, but it's either open bar or nothing.
No, I
Right.
know. It's this weird thing of like,
You shouldn't do it unless
don't like if the open bar is gonna make or break you, the wedding's gonna make or break you.
Yeah. Okay. I see.
It's like when people complain about. I know this is a lot different, big different scale. But when video games went to $70, like
Mhm.
they used to be 60, I can't afford the 70. It's like you can't afford the 60 if you can't afford the 70.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, don't, I got all this money, you don't. Just like evaluate.
right.
Do something else. Throw a party in your backyard, like
When it's all said and done, though, Villa del Sol, and this is kind of like my baseline because it's like another place that was close to us, but they were giving us everything. They were gonna charge $6,500 for an open bar, for 4 hours open bar, and I ended up, even though there was no liquor really technically here, I ended up paying like $1,200 for everything. So,
yeah, but you brought everything.
but I brought everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. And
No, that's fine too. You just bring everything and people drink it.
Yeah.
I don't mean don't do what you did.
yeah.
I mean
know.
like don't have people buy drinks at,
But
at your wedding.
but
you know
what I'm saying is, I feel like BYOB is very rare. I don't think you find that very often in venues, unless I don't know.
No, I keep thinking of the last one I went to. It was in their backyard,
Yeah, that's the thing.
and they went to Smart and Final.
A lot of the times they're like, it's either open bar or nothing,
Yeah.
or cash bar, like one or the other.
Well, no, because then there are places that you rent the venue and then you hire a bartender and they bring stuff, or they bring,
Yeah.
or they go
Yeah.
off what you bring.
I did have to hire a bartender here. We hired 2 actually,
Mm.
and I think we only needed the 1, but we did hire 2 to be safe, and they provided all the cups, and the ice, and we made some little napkins. Was the other favor, and it was a drawn picture or photo that I got on Etsy. Paid somebody to do it.
That was cute. Everyone was like, "Oh, it's Frodo."
Yeah, and it said "Drinks are on me." Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was cute.
Yeah.
You're like, "Why isn't he here?" I'm like, "I don't think he can handle this."
No, he could not. Shout out to Mo, my neighbor, my person who lives in my back house. Her daughter took care of Frodo.
Oh,
So she was staying at Mo's place and would just go in and check up on Frodo, take him outside, feed him, et cetera, et cetera. So he didn't even feel like anything was different that day. Yeah, it was good. That's it for the food. That's it for the drinks. Next, entertainment. My DJ. Brian Morales, a.k.a. DJ B-Side. Shout out, dude.
I don't know if a better wedding DJ exists.
He's awesome, dude. Like,
He was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Dude, all night. Yeah, I was hanging out with the Peanut Gallery,
yeah.
right? Which was my preference.
Yeah.
A song would, and Jeff's just like, every song, dude. Every song's a good song. Because, and he's mixing. He starts at the good part of the song.
Yeah.
It doesn't linger too long. No, you don't need the intro to this song.
Yeah.
And then he goes, I forgot what it was, but it was like Tainted Love into whatever. He goes, man, this guy's got it. He just knows. Because I haven't heard a bad song yet. And he goes, you know what I haven't heard? I'm like, no, he did it once after the cockroach stomping song. And I'm like, but I feel like that's appropriate. He goes, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You need one. But like, he was great.
Yeah.
And he handled the audio for the ceremony.
He did.
'Cause I talked to him about that.
He did all the audio for me, and I asked him like a million times, like, I just want to make sure you're good, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, he had somebody else come in. Like, he had an audio guy come in that did all that stuff for him, and he pretty much just DJ'd. It was the other guy that was there with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was someone just handling stuff.
Yeah, and he was doing all the like technical stuff.
But he was great.
Yeah, he was awesome, dude. So I think I've told the story here.
He waited until 9 to get Ratchet.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew all
felt
the little
room. Yeah.
Yeah, he had the cues going, and I appreciated that. This was back in March. We went to a 21st birthday at a bar that was rented out by Viv and Chach, Brandy's aunt and uncle. They're one of the 8 people tables, and the people we were doing the shotguns with. That whole family. Yeah. 2 of the daughters are bartenders. There's Julianne. Yeah, it's a big family. Viv and Chach are greasers. They're down. Like they're always going to Trader Sam's. They have like the hot rod culture, the lowrider culture. They're like Mexican greasers, and I love it. It's great. They're really good people, really nice people. We went to the party, and we were the first ones there at the party at the bar because, of course, Brandy and I always get to things too early or on time, and we're not on the Mexican clock like everyone else is. And B-Side was just up there by himself, spinning for nobody. And it was me, Brandy, Bree, and Frank, and Kaylee. We're just chilling. We got a drink at the bar, and he started playing Crystal Castle's Crime Wave. And I looked at Brandy and I said, he's the guy. He's the guy.
You're ridiculous.
Because he was playing that for nobody other than himself.
Yeah.
Like, he was not trying to please us or whatever. He's like, I'm going to play Crystal Castles right now. Like, he's around our age. I saw he just took a trip to Tokyo. He's my people. Like, he's my kind of guy. And, yeah, he just did a really good job. He sent us like a worksheet of things not to play and things that we wanted to play. Like all the songs.
What's some do not plays?
Sweet Caroline.
Really?
Screw Sweet Caroline, dude. I hate that song.
Well, I like that song because of hockey.
Oh, see, that's different. That bomb, bomb, bomb.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
But I hated it because of the cruises I've been on.
Oh,
Dude, they play it like 5 or 6 times on every cruise that I've been on. 24 Karat by Bruno Mars. I hate.
I don't even know that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything that has a dance to it, we banned. So like the Cupid Shuffle.
Oh.
The wobble.
I hate the wobble. Cupid Shuffle's fine, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
But the wobble is annoying.
What's the cha-cha slide?
Yeah.
Even the Mexican line dance. We're not down.
The hat dance.
Yeah. Well, we weren't down for any of that.
Hold on. YMCA would have been fun.
I don't know if he played. I don't think he played.
He didn't.
Did he play Hot to Go? Because Hot to Go is the new YMCA.
Is it?
For sure, dude.
He might have. I don't know. I don't really know that song. You know what I know? People singing it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've actually heard it.
Because they have the whole. It's a whole YMCA thing.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, we sent him 2 playlists. We made 2 Spotify playlists. One for the wedding, one for the ceremony. No, one for the dinner, like the waiting time, and then one for the dancing. And he pretty much played every song on both of those playlists and added his own things in there, which were perfect. Brandy, that was the main concern for Brandy, was the DJ.
That's
it's
fun.
finding a good DJ and him playing things that she wants to play.
He was great.
Yeah, and that's all I heard was just compliments about him.
He did not get on the mic.
No, he was good. He was good. And it was the same thing at Viv's party. He didn't get on. He got on the mic once, and that was just like to thank everyone for the night. Thank to the organizers. Blah blah blah. And yeah, he really killed it. If I ever need a DJ again, he's my guy. He will forever be my guy. We talked a little bit about the photo booth.
Yeah, that was great. That was
great.
quick.
Yeah,
Nothing crazy. Liked it.
Yeah, it was good. We got
high quality pictures.
They were
That's important.
very much so. We got them the same night that we saw B-Side for the first time. The same event. So it was like, thanks to Viv and Josh, we got our photo booth and our DJ the same night. Next, I guess we should have talked about this in the food. Joe's Italian Ice, the beloved Anaheim staple.
Moved by 3 hours.
Moved by 3 hours.
Good idea.
For a oversight on my part. I told them 7, but I guess I didn't tell them enough that it was 7 o'clock. And on the last invoice they sent me, it was 4 to 6.
That worked out way better.
It did. It 100% worked
Because
out.
we were all hot and had nothing to do after the ceremony, and everyone was like, Joe's Italian Ice.
Yeah, it worked. There were so many layers and so many things that went wrong with Joe's Italian Ice, including, I told you about the whole cancellation thing.
No?
So I got a call the night before at 12 midnight from their catering person. Hey, this is, I don't want to dox her, but this is, from Joe's Italian Ice. We just wanted to confirm that you're going to be canceling the event tomorrow. I was like, what? And I called them in the morning and she texted me. She was like, oh, we got a call yesterday at 11 o'clock at night saying that they were saying that your event was done. You're not going to have the event anymore. And I said, I never called. And can I have the number of the person who called? Because I'm like, is somebody trying to ruin my wedding? And she was a 949 number. South OC?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I put the number in my phone. Don't have it. Brandy tried it in her phone. Doesn't have it. I think and I texted the person. I was talking to the person. What it looks like is it was an employee from Joe's Italian Ice that didn't want to work.
Jeez.
They're kids, dude. They're all kids that work there for minimum wage.
Yeah.
They don't care if they're going to ruin somebody's wedding. That was just weird. And I told that to
I guess
the lady.
Because they're not really part of the wedding apparatus, there is a thing where, like, the people doing wedding stuff, you give them a list of who's allowed to say stuff. Like, if anyone who's not Brandy or Christian calls you, don't listen to them.
They said they were me. But they confirmed it wasn't me because of the phone number.
You would give a phone number or whatever, yeah.
That's what it was. So.
Because, like, no, definitely not your families, but, like, some mothers do that.
Yeah.
Like, they'll be like, oh, actually, they want this color. Like, I talk to them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like, I'll call them.
So,
crazy.
Not only that, they forgot the custard.
It was on the sign.
Yeah. And Gabriel went up to them. He was my food guy. And he said, hey, I think he just wanted it. It's like, where's the custard? And they're like, oh, it wasn't on the ticket. And he's like, it says it here on the sign. And I know he paid for it. And they're like, oh, yeah, we guess we forgot it. And they were telling people they didn't bring the custard so people could go to Joe's Italian Ice to actually try it.
What the heck?
Yeah. It was the weirdest response. And I'm like, first off, I paid for that custard. And second off, like, Gabriel told me that they found it. And it was at the bottom of the cooler. And they didn't realize.
Oh.
So they gave it to Gabriel. And he had 3 buckets of custard because they didn't want to go back and get in trouble. Yep. They were like, we're either going to leave it here. We could just leave it in the cooler. Or you can take it and put it in the freezer. Ridiculous, dude. Like, that's bad. Long story short, we had Blue Hawaiian, chamoy, strawberry lemonade, and watermelon as the flavors. All great flavors.
They're all great. I'll be honest. It was still a great choice.
The Joe's Italian Ice sold out.
Yeah.
There was nothing left because people went back like 3-4 times, which I'm glad.
You said 4 to 6. I feel like they were there 45 minutes
Yeah.
because
Because they were just done with ice.
Gabriel should have served the custard with the cake.
Yeah. Big miss.
He's busy, dude. And
That's fine.
it's not time to get crafty.
Yeah. Long story short, I emailed them and told the lady like, hey, you guys gave me three prices originally, and they were all different. I was made to feel dumb every single time I brought it up. And in the original email is not what you guys honored. Anyways, you guys didn't serve the custard. What's with this time change? What's with this random cancellation? It was just layer on layer. I told her I am not going to stop going to Joe's Italian Ice because your product is so good. And I run a small business. I understand it could be hard, but this was just unacceptable on a day that can't be changed. Any kind of compensation will make me feel better. So they're going to refund me for the employees hourly and give me a $200 gift card.
Okay.
So I said, cool. Thanks. I could have fought for more because technically half of the ice cream wasn't there. But I get it.
Yeah.
Whatever. I won't need to pay for Joe's Italian Ice for 3 years.
Yeah.
So I'm good with that. Already talked about that. My officiant,
Me.
Kirk. When did I ask you to be the officiant? Was it January? When did I give those boxes out?
I don't know. I can look it up after I go to the bathroom.
Okay.
You can leave that in.
Kirk,
I don't. Well,
that's about you though.
exactly. So we just pause for like a second.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just going to run.
No,
you and Matthew always think I gotta crap myself. when I say
No. I
bathroom.
thought you wanted me to keep going.
No, no. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
we'll just pause for a minute and a half.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So I think was it?
I think it was January.
Yeah, because it was after you got engaged where I was like, hey, I'll officiate. I could officiate your wedding. And you're
Yeah.
like, all right, maybe. And then we didn't talk about it. And then a week later, all I told you was, I said, hey, I wasn't joking. If you want me to officiate your wedding, I'll do it. But I'm not going to feel insulted if you don't want me to. I'm just letting you know I can if you want.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I'll ask Brandy. And then,
Nothing.
huh?
And I didn't really say anything, right? It was probably a few weeks. Or was it the next week when I asked you?
It wasn't that much longer.
Okay.
I don't think. I wonder if I could like search it, officiate, because I remember like sending like the video.
Of what? Of you opening the
Oh,
box?
okay. It might have been. It was January because on January 22nd, so it might have been the week before, Kev texted me in his description of the concoction, don't let Sark officiate your wedding. But anyways, you gave me a little box.
Yeah.
And did you asked Brandy and you told me, I think on the show, that Brandy was like, why wouldn't Kirk officiate the wedding?
Yeah.
Because we weren't sure.
Yeah.
Not like anything negative towards Brandy. It's just like, oh, it's a wedding. It's a thing. Like,
Yeah, I didn't know what her plans were for an officiant.
and then your explanation was like, everyone knows who you are.
Yeah.
So they'll just be like, oh, it's Kirk.
And that was the literal
what
reaction to everything.
And what do? I talk into a microphone.
Yeah. The
With you.
exact microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gave me a box.
Mm-hmm.
It had a little ChatGPT letter in it
It did.
that
It
I
totally
clocked
did.
immediately.
Yeah.
That pin that I wore.
Yes, it did.
So that lives forever. Great, dude. We look so good with those.
Yeah, I think
That was the move.
It was the call with no boutonniere, even
Yeah.
though we had the boutonnieres.
Yeah, we didn't need that.
Yeah.
A little bag, the toiletry bag, which I brought to the wedding.
I saw that.
I put a bunch of stuff. And at some point, I think Brandy's mom was first. She came in with her dress on and goes, oh no. Maybe she was holding it. Either way, she goes, she was holding it. Can someone cut the tag off of this? Does anyone have a knife?
Oh, that's
And I go,
right.
oh, I've got one. And I go into my bag and I get the knife that Rain gave
Yeah.
and I flip it out. And then Brandy's dad goes, what is that pirate knife? Like Rain gave it to me. I don't know. And it it flings out. This is looks illegal in California.
It's insane, dude.
Yeah, it's just
insane.
yeah. So,
yeah.
so yeah, I cut the tags off of that. And then I cut some stuff off of Brandy's dad's suit or something.
Yeah.
And then I know we're jumping around, but like I had like a whole experience during your wedding, right?
Yeah, you totally did.
I tied Brandy's dad's tie
I did hear him ask. Yeah,
because he's like, anyone know how to tie it? I go, I'll do it, and I tie it like 3-4 times because like we're different sizes and all that. And then one time she tried pulling it over his head, couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it was too long. I'm like, okay, where do you want it? And I kind of like adjusted it. We got it.
and you tied my tie too.
And then I tied your tie.
Yeah,
And then I had the same moment with RJ where I had to fix the collar or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah, this is a nice little.
it was so embarrassing when I was at Friar Tuck's, and they're like, "Here, try everything on." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Tried doing the tie. I was in there for like 20 minutes trying to tie it, dude.
I gave you a full Windsor, dude.
Yeah, and it looked great, and it held the whole night.
I wasn't going anywhere.
I lost the tie at one point, and when I took it back to Friar Tuck's, I took it without the tie, and I said everything was there, and it still says partially returned on the website, but I found the tie. It's in my car, so I got
Tell them.
no, I got to take it back.
So yeah, you asked. I said, yeah, of course.
What's funny in that whole thing is that book that I gave you was just kind of a gag,
No, dude.
but it actually worked.
I needed that thing
Yeah.
because I forgot so much.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had given you guys like, oh, I could do this, and you're like, we want it like maybe a little longer. I'm like, okay. So I went through the book, and it had like, I used some of the. It's like not all the words were mine,
Mm-hmm.
right? It was like paraphrased, but I think that's the point.
Yeah.
Because it taught me some stuff about marriage, which I put in there, like things about freedom, which was cool, and like, just
It directed you.
things. Yeah, it directed me. Things about
Yeah.
commitment, but it helped me with like, you have chosen to declare whatever. Do you take this person as your like?
What I appreciate about your ceremony, I guess,
Mhm.
is it wasn't like a best man speech. It was you were officiating the wedding. There was a lot of like, because I've officiated a wedding before too,
Uh-huh.
and the way I did it, now I'm looking back, is like it was almost like another speech where I was just talking a lot about me and Sos.
Yeah. So my thing, I just remembered it was because I took it really not that you didn't, right?
Yeah.
But I took it really seriously because, you know what? It's funny. It's like I always forget. It's like I don't see Brandy that often,
Mhm.
right? But I forget that when I do, like everything's cool and we're friends and whatever. But when you don't see someone, you don't know
Right.
what your relationship is like. But I'm like, I need to take this seriously,
Yeah.
because I see you every week, and I don't want it to seem like I'm here for Rain.
Right. 100%.
And I shout out to Kimmy's dad, the bishop.
Yeah.
He sent me the questionnaire that he sends people. And there's some stuff you guys didn't need to answer, right? And some stuff I didn't use at all,
Yeah.
right? But it was stuff like, how long have you been dating at the time of the wedding? Or what is the story you tell people of how you met?
Mhm.
And yours was the true one, but it's a thing you ask because it's like, I've known couples where they'll tell some story during their wedding. I'm like, that's not what happened.
Yeah.
But that's what you want people to know. But you guys were good. And it was like, don't talk about this and not, but there's nothing really there. But it was like, oh, here's what I appreciate about her and what she appreciates about me. And that was how I kind of started.
Yeah. Which
I
was great.
had a pair, and you guys were like, oh, don't make it too personal about us. We don't like being the center of attention. I'm like, you can have a little moment here.
Yeah.
And it was just how you guys are with each other, what you like about each other, how that translates into the rest of the marriage.
Yeah.
And then tying back to that. So it was like, yeah, this is I don't know what an officiant speech or whatever ceremony is supposed to really be, especially if there's no like, I mean, I've only been in like 3-4 weddings.
Yeah. Same.
But like, there's no Bible verses. I had to add more because you guys ended up not doing readings.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of had to do my own like spiels,
Mm-hmm.
like something about love, something about commitment, something about, the freedom thing, what it means, some happy stuff, some like secular blessings, I'll call them.
Yeah.
Right. And
some little puns that you make, like the electric fields one.
yeah,
Or
'cause-
if you know, you know. And even the hello there. It's if you know if you know me, then you understand that. And if you don't, that's totally fine
the
too.
first words out of my mouth are please be seated. And then was hello there.
Yeah.
And Kimmy was sitting next to Jeff, and he just goes, effing dork.
That's a perfect
And I had asked
response.
Brandy at St. Trammin's Day,
Yeah.
because like, it was like an ongoing thing, like, hey, what kind of vibe do you want? She goes, I don't want to cry. Like, I want to be funny. It's like, you're going to cry, dude. Like, there has to be.
She did cry.
Yeah.
The over under on me crying. I actually did not cry the whole wedding.
No, but you teared up at the first look.
I did.
which you should.
Yeah.
But that's where we were kind of at. Like, yeah, of course. But so it was like, okay, I can put some jokes in here, but like I'm not doing a comedy bit.
Yeah.
Right. Like I made jokes about like you're not allowed to propose here, that kind of thing. And then I told her my only Trammin reference will be a light hello there.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna scream it.
Yeah.
Just that was my entrance, right? And so just some of that. Shout out to Cynthia, who when Anissa got married, I think they were the first. Oh no. So when they got married, Kimmy saw pictures and was like, that's a good officiant. He's not in the picture when they kiss.
Yeah.
So that's where I learned that.
Yeah.
But then when it was Sienna's 18th birthday, they invited me. I was talking to Cynthia and she was like, hey, she was like, oh, you're going to officiate. That's really cool, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, give everyone a second to take pictures. So then they put their phones away.
Yeah.
And then you take a picture. You take a selfie because it's the one photo where everyone's faces are looking at the camera. Because if they're taking it from the back, you see the officiant and the bridal party, but you don't see the crowd. Or if it's from the other way, you only see the crowd and maybe the bride and groom.
Yeah.
This is and not everyone can make it in the picture just because it's a selfie. I did a 0.5.
And there was probably 130 people.
Yeah, it was just, and there was like a tree and the thing, right? But most people made it in.
Mm-hmm.
And so shout out to Cynthia for that idea. And I think
that
it's
was great.
It's one of the best pictures.
Yeah.
Like not most beautiful pictures, but like, oh, everyone's smiling and happy.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning. And it was cool. It was cool to have.
That was awesome.
So I did that, told everyone put your phones away. And I don't think any phones came out because everyone got what they wanted.
Yeah.
The bridal party, that was the only time everyone was there.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, here, how many pictures? All the pictures are going to look the same after this.
Right.
So everyone took their pictures, kind of felt the room, took mine, moved on. Before that, did a little sound check with Brian.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, this microphone has a switch. It was the Shure SM58 with the wireless switch. And I go, how fast does this turn on and off? It was instant. I go, there's no connecting? He goes, no. I go, okay, good. Because Amy had told me, if you're going to take it off the stand, it's going to go.
So turn it off.
Well, she was just like, maybe you don't want to take it off. Maybe you want to lean it. But I was like, oh, okay. So I would just turn it off and pull the mic out and then put it back and whatever. And then when I had you guys do your I do's, I think I took it out. And when I had you do the ring speech, I took it out. And that, because we know how these mics work, I just put it in your face. And Kimmy said no one can hear me asking you to repeat after me.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
So, and yeah, she was in the back. She's like, that didn't come through the mic, which is good because everyone would hear the same line 4 times.
Yeah.
And now it's annoying.
Yeah.
And I think that book was like, don't have more than 5 of the words because you don't want the bride or groom to forget what you told them to repeat. You're going to make them look stupid.
Yeah.
And they're not stupid. You're
asking them to memorize something on the spot.
Yeah. And so, because you guys didn't even stumble.
We're already nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even stumble. And the book helped because there were multiple options for what do you want to say for the rings. And I sent you and Brandy pictures and you thumbs up the one you wanted.
Yeah.
And you didn't want any changes. And then I asked you a couple things like, do you want husband and wife, married, whatever? And you guys are like, husband and wife is cool. And then like Rain, you may now kiss the bride is like cute.
Mm-hmm.
Like certain old school traditional things, even if it's like
they're nice,
man-centered or woman-centered, some little things are funny.
I don't like, and I'm glad we didn't do it, and we talked about it from the beginning, is the Mr. and Mrs. Christian Rainwater.
No, yeah.
That's lame, dude.
That's lame. Mr. and Mrs. Rainwater could be cute.
That's cool, yeah.
But I remember Kimmy and Brandy, they have the same last name, or had, right? And Brandy was saying how she was happy to take Rainwater, but you mourn the loss of your last name.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a big deal that she was taking your last name.
Yeah.
And you guys told me not to tell you what I was going to do as long as it wasn't this. So I purposely wrote for the first time, Christian and Brandy Rainwater. Those are the last words because everyone knows you're Christian Rainwater. I called them Rain during the ceremony, but not during official, like, do you, Christian Rainwater, take Brandy Rodriguez, whatever. And it was like, this is the first time for real that Brandy is Brandy Rainwater. Yeah. And so now we can say that. And it's like this thing. I got out of the way for that too. Came out perfect in the pictures.
It did.
Dude,
it really
people
did.
were like, where'd you go?
You dove to the side.
I think I sent one to, I think Rosina, she's like, did you hide behind her dress? I go, no, they knew to pause for a second. The photographers know what's up.
Yeah, they do.
I knew.
He asked me to tell you to move.
Yeah.
originally when we
And
had the first meeting.
I actually early on, back when I was still in shorts or whenever, changed the mic stand where the stand was on the right and it boomed out. So I didn't have the stand in front of me.
Oh, okay.
It was just the mic sticking out like on the C clamp or whatever. And then that way when I grabbed it, it was already to the right. So I grabbed it, I turned it off, grabbed it, and just took it with me.
Okay.
And then you had those clean shots of just you guys.
Yeah.
Where there are shots of me officiating, and that's cute. And then there are shots of you guys just kissing, and that's cute, and all that.
A quick shout out. Thank you for officiating, by the way. It was great. It was fantastic.
Karina keeps saying she's going to recommend me. I go, please don't do that.
Oh, Karina.
I want to say something nice about Karina.
What?
I've almost never interacted with her, and she's always super nice to me and acts like she's known me.
Yeah.
And it's probably, there's some Trammin stuff. I know Ricardo's an avid listener.
Yeah.
I don't know how much she listens, but I know she's a Disney fan.
She listens to when Ricardo makes her listen.
Yeah. So Karina's always been super nice, even like when she seems busy. So just shout out to that too. Cause I'm like, I barely know you and you're just so nice to me. So thank you.
Yeah. During the beginning of the ceremony, for some reason on a Saturday at,
like
4 o'clock.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Everything was on time.
4:08 is when we walked down the aisle.
Really?
Yeah. The metadata is still in the photographer's pictures.
It seemed
we were on time.
We were on time.
Yeah.
You want to start a little late anyway.
Yeah. For some reason, there was a construction site on the same block as where the wedding was, 200 feet away. And there were just these leaf blowers going. There was all this machinery going. So I didn't find this out until a few days later. Mo, my neighbor, left the ceremony, went out to the construction guys, and said, if you guys can be quiet for the next 5 to 10 minutes, I'll give you $100 each. And they said, for what? And she's like, there's a wedding going on 200 feet from here, 100 feet from here. And they said, no, we'll be quiet. And that's why it stopped. So Mo went to go talk to them and told them to shut up.
Yeah, because I looked at you. I'm like, we going? And you're just like, we're going.
Yeah.
And Jeff was like, that's what you have to do.
Yeah.
Because you got to acknowledge it. You give it a second. It doesn't stop. You just got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go.
No, it was fine.
Yeah.
It worked out.
Shout out to Mo then.
Yeah.
I'm assuming she didn't have to pay them. They were just like, oh, she'll kill us.
Yeah. I mean, how are they supposed to know there's a big grass?
Oh, you can't even see inside. You don't know that there's anything in there.
It's like very enclosed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't.
Which was nice.
You wouldn't
forget that it's just a busy street on the other side.
Yeah. State College.
We didn't hear it.
No.
But yeah, that was crazy. I was like, oh my God.
Of course.
I was mortified.
Yeah.
Because it was like my choice.
Your choice.
Like it was up to me. Like, what do we do?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I was completely unprepared for this.
Yeah.
But what's funny is, so people are like, oh, I guess 6 minutes on this thing? I swear it had like 3 hours on it.
That's 6 hours, no?
Is it?
I think that's 6 hours. That's 1 minute. It's not going to do seconds.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. So people are like, oh, are you nervous? I go, no.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, well, I'm kind of confident, right? But it's like, we do this podcast. But the big thing is, it's a wedding. And weddings are scripted.
Mm-hmm.
You can go off script with a couple words, but you make the best man speech off the cuff.
Yeah.
Like I've done that.
Sos was so nervous, dude.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah.
But like he wrote that down, which
Yeah.
I get. But like when I did RJ's speech, I had like 5 years to prepare, of course. But like, you do that off the top of your head. You forget something, it doesn't matter.
Right.
You don't do that with the ceremony. You write it down. So I wrote it all down in this book.
I hadn't written it with pencil.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
I have multiple reasons. What I'm gonna do before that is make sure the air's going, just because we're on the last day of this heat wave thing. So I don't want to die up here. It's still on recording. Yes, it is. So I asked Brandy, what color is the book? And I think this was based off of the khaki,
Mm-hmm.
but she goes brown. So I went with this.
That looks great.
Yeah,
It's like it's a moleskin.
it's a moleskin. I wanted to get the Luchtern, the other one, but they didn't have the right colors, and
They look so good.
and I wanted the squishy, with lines. So this worked because it contrasted with the suit anyway, and it's like a nice. Your wedding was like earth tone,
Right.
so I bought this because I'm like, I hate. No offense, I don't like the binder at the wedding.
The big binder.
The big binder.
Yeah.
What's up with the binder?
Yeah.
Right.
I did that for Zoe's. Bad move.
It's okay, Rain. You guys are young.
Yeah.
You're a young man. So I'm like, I don't want to do the binder. handwritten stuff is fun, and I can read my own handwriting. I don't want to type it out.
It felt icky.
It didn't feel like typed and printed.
Yeah.
Like those aren't my words anymore.
Yeah.
So I did a couple things. I had one of these for journaling, which I didn't really do. But I forgot to put one thing in there. But so yeah, I had the moleskin.
Hey, that's cool.
What?
It says Rainwater Wedding.
Yeah, August 31st.
Yeah.
Wedding party was supposed to be here. I never got to that. So here's the ceremony. And I wrote it on one side because you can kind of see through it.
Mm-hmm.
And if I fold it, which I ended up doing, I wasn't planning on doing that.
Yeah.
But between the mic and rings and whatever.
You just folded it.
And there's no ugly words on this side.
Yeah.
Pencil, yeah, because it'll show through. And every other line so I can like do my stupid fancy writing and read it. And I wrote these with number 2 Ticonderoga pencils. You know, I don't know how you say that word.
Yeah.
The yellow pencils. So, yeah, I wrote it all here. Started with a good hello there. Hurt my hand. This is the day I was building crates.
Got it.
Every dude, each page is a paragraph it's like 5 sentences, but it's just so spaced out. But it gave me a chance to like pause.
Yeah. Turn the page.
I want to know how long the ceremony was.
We will when I get the raws.
So did all that, wrote about you guys, blah, blah, blah. Had your repeat after me stuff. So I wrote in here and then some extra notes from the rehearsal. So I was actually going to do a whole bit during the rehearsal. It was a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Like we didn't really rehearse. We just kind of like, all right, you're going to do this. And we're like, went to dinner.
Yeah.
But you may notice I didn't give you guys a card. It's because I was going to give you this.
Oh, cool.
So I wrote a little card in here.
Oh, nice.
It's just like 2 pages at the end.
Yeah.
Right, I Zelled Rain his gift because he's like, just Zell me with a emoji.
Yeah.
Because I told my dad, my dad, like he was asking about the wedding. I'm like, I'm just gonna Zell him. He's like, he preferred that. And my dad, he likes analog watches, fancy things. He goes, he doesn't want to go to the bank after his wedding. Because my dad will be like, cash is cool, but he's like, who wants to go to the bank?
Yeah, we got
checks.
We got 3 checks and the rest cash.
Yeah,
and
nothing wrong with cash.
Like 5 Zola transactions on the website. It's like they charge you like $2 and you can do Apple Pay.
Yeah,
yeah, and then like 2 or 3 Venmos.
Yeah, like I'm not saying go Zell everyone. It's just like I was in Rain's wedding, so I could Zell him. So this is yours.
Thank you. We'll read this.
Well, yeah, most of it is the ceremony, and most of it's blank. You can do whatever you want with it, but there's a little card in there.
We have. I told Brandy, I have 1 Tupperware. Put whatever you want from the wedding in here, and that's all we're saving. Just 1 Tupperware. Like I'm not going to be hoarding all this stuff. The memories. We put 1 pamphlet in there, 1 candle, 1 matchbox, everything that we want in 1 Tupperware.
And I didn't tell you this, but part I wanted to handwrite it anyway. But part of the reason I handwrote it and I spent time like writing it nice was so I can give it to you. It's your ceremony.
Yeah, thank you.
And it's your book, and that's it.
Thank you.
And that's your memento.
That's cool. Really cool.
So yeah, I had a ton of fun. I had fun officiating. I read a little more than I wanted to than looking, but I did like look at you guys a lot. Like,
I was looking not at Brandy a lot of the time.
Yeah, I was kind of like, don't look at me.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything.
It was like,
but you know what I would do when I noticed that? I was talking about both of you, but then I would look at her and then you would look at her.
Yeah.
Because I kind of like.
It was like, I was so nervous. I was trying to listen.
You guys were both nervous.
Yeah. I was trying to listen on what you were saying. It was like a combination of everything. So it was a lot.
I don't remember if when it was I do or when you started the repeat, your voice cracked. But you do that on here sometimes.
Yeah.
But everyone thought it was really cute. Because they're like, oh, he's nervous, but he's like excited to get married.
Yeah.
So, you guys did great. You guys repeated perfectly, of course. Everything sounded good on the mic. And then, so at the end, or like towards near the pictures, Brandy's dad was like, he got me, dude. Made me cry. I was like,
oh, during the ceremony?
Yeah.
Man.
It's like, I didn't think that would, he goes, I don't cry, but you got me, man.
Yeah.
And then later on, he was like, hey, and Brandy and her dad say like, they're not sentimental people.
Yeah.
Like, the handoff was just a little hug, whatever, which it was great, honestly. But he was like, hey, this is my daughter's wedding. It was very important. So thank you. I'm like, hey,
really?
No problem.
Wow.
Yeah. No,
cool.
I was like his best friend the whole time, dude. Because I sat at their table during the rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
And dude, we were there at 11. We were just, me, him, and Frank were just sitting on the couch in the bridal suite all day. So we were just chilling. And he's the nicest guy.
Yeah, so told me yesterday, he's like, man, Kirk and Freddie, just 2 peas in a pod.
Oh yeah, and then like I thought like, okay, we're just stuck in the room. But then like throughout the day, we were just like stand and talk for a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a cool guy, nice guy, generous guy.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was cool. And did not think the Armenian thing would get Oz out of everyone.
Your
It caught me off
Armenian
guard,
blessing?
and I wish I paused for a second.
Yeah.
So I ended with the Armenian blessing,
Yeah.
which is Meg Parti Verad Zeranak, which just means, and I said it, and then I said, I don't think I even said which translates to, and I think I just paused and I just said, may you grow old together on one pillow. And my mom, I was just at a wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and I think she had called me during the wedding or it was right after or whatever. And she said that. Like, oh, Meg, like Zeranan, which means them. You just say it at the end. So
Yeah.
instead of you two, hope this for them. And I was like, that's really nice. I've never heard that before. And later on, she was like, yeah, everyone just used to say it. And I'm like, to me, Armenian, it was my first language. I just say it. But I forget people love other languages.
Yeah.
So I said that and I got a little I'm like, oh, all right. And then I introduced you guys.
Yeah.
And I was like caught off guard.
I wonder if the photographers, yeah.
Because I told him like, oh, yeah, I'm Armenian, whatever. Shout out to him because he was like, oh, cool. No. Like,
that was it. Just like,
he didn't do a whole thing,
yeah.
you know? He
He's
was
like,
just like,
nice.
Yeah. Well, he was probably also like, I got to mic you up and get out of here. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, very cool. Which I like. I don't like the whole.
yeah.
I was just like, I told him like, oh, he told me your name. And I was like, that dude's Armenian. He's like, So yeah, I think everything, it went well. It was,
One thing I completely forgot in here, because I don't think we are able to enjoy it very much. You maybe more so than most. The harp and the violinist.
yeah, I noticed Prelude was early on. I
Yeah.
got a video of it. Did I send it to you?
You did. You
Yeah.
did. I heard concerning hobbits when I was walking down. That choked me up. It's one of those. It's the same Super Mario World thing where it's like something so important to me is actually like I was able to get 200 people together to listen to a song that I love.
Played on a harp
Played on a harp
for your own wedding.
Yeah. It was just it was a very emotional moment. And then we walked down to Dearly Beloved, and then they got cut short, and they started playing for the bridesmaids. Can't Help Falling in Love with You, the Elvis song.
Yeah, and this was all on a harp. So instead of the awkward, like the song ends too quickly,
Yeah.
it was just, they just transitioned into the next song, which
Yeah.
is nice.
And then Brandy's bridal song was Beach House's Space Song.
So what's funny is when I told Jeff,
Mhm.
and we were both like, that's an odd choice, but we forgot it was on harp.
Mm.
If you guys just played Space Song, I would have
Yeah.
been like, what's going on?
Yeah, but it sounds really
Yeah,
pretty
after
on
he
her.
goes, that was such a beautiful arrangement. I go, yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. Like, totally forgot.
So we found a harpist on TikTok. Her name was, I think it's Batania.
You brought it up in Weddin.
Oh,
where
I
you
did?
were just like, she was busy and
She-
recommended a friend or something.
And that was Heidi. She's String Sparks. Shout out.
Yeah.
And then there was a last minute change on the violinist, like 2 weeks before, and she said she's having family problems, but I have somebody else. So he showed up. It's just that wasn't his name on the pamphlet.
Oh.
Yeah, nobody would know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, it was a quick little ceremony.
Mm-hmm. Which was great.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you guys that my run through, which I did quicker than this for sure,
Mhm.
was 12 and a half minutes. From Brandy arriving at the altar to you guys walking out. Brandy's dad was like, that's too long.
Yeah.
And Brandy was like, you guys were in a courthouse for 5 minutes. Of course it's too long for you. But part of it was the rings, whatever. Sos was so nervous about the rings.
Really?
I didn't even finish asking who has the rings, and he was standing up because he was like, I have to do them?
Yeah.
Like the night before.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I purposely like emptied my pockets because I'm like, I can't hold all this stuff.
Mhm.
So I just put the rings in my pocket.
Speaking of the night before, shout out to Broken Spirits Distillery.
Yeah.
I really like that place. You got a salad for some
I
reason?
didn't want to bloat in my suit, which was, dude, that was 100%. That suit was snug.
Yeah.
But if you could fit into the snug suit, looks good.
Yeah.
And like that, the shirt, dude, that picture of me clapping,
Mhm.
I don't know how nothing was popping open. I looked good in that photo, but
Yeah.
if I ate a sandwich the night before, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was originally going to take everyone to Panini Kebab, but it was just there was no reservations and it would have been chaos. And I got bitten up the week before. Like I went to go try it out, and I got just like 30 mosquito bites.
No, we rolled in to.
It was a private room.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the waiters were great.
Yeah.
He was the same guy who helped Brandy and I earlier in the week.
That Mai Tai messed me up, dude.
Did it? Because you got a
so
salad.
strong.
Because you got a salad.
No. I took like a quarter of the Mai Tai, dude.
And I appreciated how cheap the cocktails were. $12, $14, like $14 for a craft cocktail is pretty good.
Dude, look, you don't need top shelf plantation, whatever. You know,
But I think it's because all of their alcohols they make.
alcohol doesn't cost anything.
Yeah.
It's all a lie. So
I really like the place. It was Disney themed.
if you go there though, sandwiches.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe the steak. It's just I told everyone not to order
Don't
the
get a
steak.
steak, man. Don't go
Yeah.
to don't get a steak.
I just didn't want to pay $40 for it.
I know.
Yeah.
We all knew.
Yeah.
But it was like, yeah, don't order the steak. We're at the rehearsal dinner. Chill
Yeah.
out.
And I was paying for everything, and like the waiter came in and said, "Oh, it's taken care of already" to everyone, and I hadn't paid, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta go pay." Freaking Ricardo, of course.
I know. I saw him. I'm like, Ricardo's paying
And-
right now.
Yeah, and I told him like, "Dude, I don't want you to pay." Straight up, and he looked at me and he said, "You don't pay for your own rehearsal dinner. I'm paying." I said, "Okay, okay, yeah." Anyways, what else do we got? What else do we have left? I had a great time.
Dude,
I had a great time.
We haven't talked about the wedding,
yeah,
which is funny.
We haven't.
So yeah, dude, table 24, we're in the shade. Beautiful.
Yeah, you were.
Beautiful. But we're a little isolated, but that's okay. We don't know anyone.
We
You
They
split
take-
up the wedding party, which is okay.
I did. The only one that was together were Gabriel and Toast, so best man and my man of honor, and then matron and maiden. So
and they all know each other. Like,
they all know each other, and that was a perfect date.
but
Because
yeah,
they're
like,
partners.
I wouldn't be at a table with Vance and Brittany.
Exactly.
They would be with your mom.
Well, exactly. So
And
I
and
feel
your
like
uncle. I
don't
didn't
work.
actually meet your uncle.
Uncle Adam?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw him.
Yeah.
I think we knew, but I was carrying stuff.
Yeah.
I was carrying the sandbags.
Oh, because when he brought the tents?
Yeah.
Yeah, he saved the day because I was supposed to ask for tents earlier in the week and I completely forgot. And I texted my uncle like, "Hey, can you have somebody bring the tents?" He ended up bringing them. So
You know what's funny? I was like, why do I know his voice? I've never met him when he calls you.
oh,
And I
yeah.
could hear him.
Yeah.
But
And those were my two cousins with him.
it's a
Yeah.
crazy day.
Yeah.
But so we had a lot of fun back there. Matthew, Bree, Freddie, Anna, Kimmy, Jeff. Kimmy's post still cracks me up, though why women live longer than men. When I took a serrated steak knife and started slicing through Jeff's
It's
suit
like a button.
to
opening.
try to put the boutonniere in.
Yeah.
And we were like, it's serrated, it's safe. Like, what's gonna happen? I didn't have the pirate knife on me. Yeah, Joe's was Italian ice was delicious.
Mhm. We were after the ceremony, we went to go sign everything.
Oh, right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I forgot because some people were talking to me
Yeah.
because, like, you know, who are you gonna talk to? I'm in the wedding party, but I did the thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like, oh, they need you for the certificate. I'm like, oh yeah. And I go, and then Kimmy was there, which was kind of like she was supposed to be to take the
Mhm.
pictures, but that was fun.
Yeah.
And like Kaylee was the witness.
Yeah. Brandy was like, "Hey, can we do Kaylee for the witness?" I was like, "Sure." Kaylee's essentially
Because
our
I was
daughter.
like, is Kimmy about to be the witness? No one's here. And they're like, oh, get Kaylee. I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Kaylee lives with us half the time,
Yeah.
so it's like
We signed with a Diamond Anniversary Disneyland Hotel
Yeah.
pen. Because Amy was gonna give some like clicky pen. I'm like, I got this. I brought it. So that was cool signing that. So I don't know this. I don't know if you know this. Could Brandy have changed her whole name on this certificate?
I don't know.
Could she have been like Brenda Rainwater? You know what
I
I mean?
have no
Because
idea.
it just says new name.
First and last.
Her whole name was there.
Mm.
I wonder.
We did have to when we went to the court. Well, I don't think it's a courthouse.
It's the
In downtown.
clerk.
The clerk.
Yeah, I thought I had to go to the freaking courthouse, and I looked it up last second
Mhm.
on the envelope, and it's like clerk county recorder
Yeah.
or county clerk recorder, and I was like, and you could go to any office. I'm like, great.
Yeah.
So I went off El Toro off of the 5 on my way to Kimmy on her birthday.
Cool. No,
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Oh, I
I'm
filed
thinking-
that on Kimmy's birthday. That's fun.
Oh, cool.
Not that it matters. Your anniversary is the 31st.
But when we went, we had to do the whole we got sworn in and stuff.
Mhm.
So there's some legalness
Yeah,
behind
and
it.
you guys thought you had 90 days, and I'm like, when I got ordained, they barely said anything, but they did say in California, the certificate expires 90 days after picking up, but you have 10 days after the ceremony.
Okay.
And I just texted you guys making sure you didn't want to do it together for some reason. And you're like, oh, we're good.
Yeah.
And so I went, dropped it off, and they're like, I was going to buy you a copy that they could pick it up in 10 days. I'm like, oh, okay.
Cool.
So I don't think you might need it for one or two things, but I think you could get one for free.
Yeah, we'll keep it in the drawer of, important stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we did that.
Yeah, we did that.
And then we did the
entrance.
the grand entrance, yeah.
So we did Men in Black.
Yeah, and everyone just kind of did their own little thing walking out.
I did the
You did the Spider-Man 3
the Bully Maguire dance.
Maguire dance.
I did the pop. I held the suit, did the clap, the twirling arms, but I replaced the hip thrusts with finger guns because I was like, I'm not gonna do this right now.
Yeah,
and I had to get moving.
I think Mia did something similar when she first came out, and it was nice because most of the time on entrances like that, the bride and groom don't get a seat because they're the last ones, right?
You guys had the cute window.
We had a window, and Kimmy recorded us watching.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it worked out. Yeah, and then we came out. I changed my shoes because my heels were killing me.
I almost went the wrong way because I had the sunglasses you got us, and I couldn't see.
Did you hear about Brandy's grandpa?
With the fedora?
Yeah.
No.
Before we came in, he just walked across the whole stage nonchalantly with his harmonica.
I saw the picture in the
had no idea what was going on.
Wait, after
after the bridesmaids and the groomsmen, he was just and I guess a lot of his family who knows him, they started clapping for him. They said, "Don Benny."
You know what? If it was gonna be anyone, it's a grandpa. You know?
Yeah,
It's not like some
100%.
rando.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. You guys walked out to Out of My League, right?
Yeah.
Which I had in the ceremony. You thought Brandy was out of your league.
Yeah.
And I was like,
it was full circle.
Oh, good
circle.
job, guys. What a good song to play.
Yeah.
So that was great. You did your first dance.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, join them. And no one went up.
And then you and Kimmy
And then I told Kimmy, no one's going, let's go.
Yeah.
And she was what? I'm like, let's go. We're dancing. And Kimmy was already in her Birks.
Yeah.
She was like, go get my shoes.
I think B-Side didn't realize how short that Arctic Monkeys remake is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's only a 2.5-minute song. And I think he invited everyone at like 1:45. And it was like 30 seconds of people up there, and like maybe even 15 seconds of people up there, and then it was done.
But then he just did another song, I think.
Yeah. He did another song after. And I think after that we just sat down and we ate, right?
Yeah, and right after Kimmy and I went up, Brandy's parents were like, all right, we gotta go.
Yeah.
So
And then after that it's kind of I don't know what happened.
we ate.
You
you guys kind of did the cake cutting like it was happening, but it wasn't this big old thing.
Yeah.
I think
it was
Cake
mainly
was
because
served.
the photographers had to bounce.
Yeah.
But the DJ was calling
The one time I photographed a wedding, I had to remind them, hey, you need to cut a cake and dance on camera. And they're like, oh, we do, huh?
Yeah.
I did that once in high school.
Brandy and I were sitting at the sweethearts table in the front. And
how do you feel about Sweethearts Table now that you did it?
I think if you're not gonna go around to all the tables, it's like a traditional thing where like the bride and groom will say hello to every single table. If you don't want to do that, Sweethearts Table is great
Because everyone comes up to you.
because everyone comes up to you, and it's if they want to talk to, like if they want to say what's up and say take pictures, whatever, they'll do it. You don't have to go out of your way to do it. So that was nice.
Shout out, Brandy's mom went to the tables.
I heard about that.
But what I like, she just thanked everyone for coming.
Yeah.
But she didn't say, I'm the mother of the bride. Like she didn't like make it about herself.
Yeah.
She was just like happy that everyone was there. Because Jeff was like, who's that? I go, that's Brandy's mom. He goes, oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an attention thing. It was just like, oh, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't even know they were gonna do that.
She didn't make it a thing. Again, she was just like, I think it was just some dead time. I think when people were getting food. And she's just like, said, oh, thank everyone for coming. That was it. And we're like, great.
Yeah. And then it was like, I was able to eat because Amy brought us our food and stuff.
I heard her asking about it earlier.
I was able to eat everything on my plate. Brandy was being pulled constantly and didn't really get to eat at all. And I don't know if I just eat fast or what, but she's like, I don't understand how you eat. Because there was constantly people talking to us. It's like, I was eating while they were talking. Like, I wasn't going to not eat.
I think also the sweethearts table thing, it gives the bride and groom a chance to enjoy the wedding together.
Yeah, and we look out at the
Yeah.
wedding and be like, oh, man, this is what we've been
Yeah.
working on the past 6 months.
Yeah.
You know, so that was nice.
Yeah, and then random shenanigans, fun photo booth,
Mhm.
shotgunning high noons with Jeff, which is hilarious.
People started bringing me drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they started bringing. They're like, "What do you want?" I was like, "Oh, I had the Don P at
Mhm.
at our area, our sweethearts table. Brandy and I split it. I probably drank most of the bottle, and then Chris started bringing me white wine. He's like, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, like a Sauvignon Blanc." I was like, "All right, cool." Brings me my wine, filled to the brim. Okay, cool. Then I started getting more wine and more wine and more wine until we shotgunned the high noon. Once we shotgunned the high noon, I blacked out. I don't remember anything.
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 That's crazy.
Yeah. After that, it's all black. And I remember things now. Sorry, I don't remember things. I am appreciative.
You were gone.
Yeah, I was gone.
Like the photo booth?
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny. Matthew went to get you, and he's holding you up.
Yeah.
And I think Ricardo and Chris, I think it was Chris, followed. And I think they were to make sure you got back to the dance floor.
Yeah.
And so you came, took picture, that second picture, dude. I sent it to Kevin Autumn. I just put our boy is cooked in. Autumn just like, he's on another planet.
Yeah, I was. I really was. I don't know what it was because I had like the.
So here's the thing. I drink more than usual and I barely felt it. And people are like, yeah, you're at a wedding. You're busy. You're running around. But
I drank not. I'd say I drank a little more than usual. I had like 4 glasses of wine. But the thing is, they were filled to the brim. Plus that with the champagne. Plus that with shotgunning the seltzer. I guess it was just too much at one time. I don't know. I really don't know, but it just went clicked in my head, and I was done. So
yeah, I'm trying to like see if I'm missing anything. Yeah, drink photos. I was gonna say shout out to your niece.
Oh, Lily,
owning the dance floor.
Yeah, she was the
like,
first one
go
out
dance
there.
with her, and then she was just like,
She's like, no. I was like, okay.
It was still cute.
Yeah.
And then Rain. I thought your last song was gonna be The Killers.
It was, but so told us about the party bus. Okay, and told us about Electric Fields, and then we told the DJ we don't want that to be the last song because that's the last song at Electric Fields.
Oh, every time?
Every time. So at Electric Fields, they played that as the last song. So we were like, we're not going to end the wedding with the song that we're going to be ending somewhere else at.
Mm-hmm. So you did first. It was
what was the last
Blinding
song?
Lights was first.
Blinding Lights.
That was
the
first.
other one. Yeah.
And then
We did request that.
Yeah.
We told the DJ
There's a video of you singing to Kimmy and to Brandy.
of Blinding Lights.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's on your phone.
Okay.
Like you're singing and then you're pointing at Kimmy and she just starts singing. And then you point at Brandy and you guys are going.
Yeah.
Like anyone who you caught eyes with. And then
So
Eye to Eye started.
So we found out that Chach,
Mm-hmm.
Selena's older brother, Carlos's son. Okay. It's just them two.
What a web of family.
Yeah.
Dude.
Chach is he's very mischievous.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to say. And he went up to Brandy before and said, "Hey, can I play Eye to Eye? I know Rain wants it." And Brandy said, "Okay." So he went to go request the DJ and said, "Hey, after the last song, play one more song. It's this song, Eye to Eye. It's the groom's favorite song." Like
It would have worked if it was The Weeknd too.
Yeah.
That was a great last song.
It is.
And then when Eye to Eye came on, everyone was like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So guys, Rain is drunk out of his mind. He's gone.
I don't remember any of it.
Completely gone.
Yeah.
Right? He knew all the words and choreography. I forgot who it was. They said they saw it and you had the whole eye to eye thing going down. And I'm like, how is he doing this?
Yeah. So I saw
And you would stumble in between, but you were like on point, like on cue. What was very nice, I think you play it enough. Brandy was doing it with you.
Yeah, she was.
And so that I recorded both of those. I think I turned the camera to myself sometimes. We all went around. I'm like, I'm not missing this.
Yeah.
And I would go wide angle, just like, this is Rain. This is the last moment of the wedding. And Rain is somehow alive.
So I saw in the start of the video when the song first came on that I did this like finger thing and I cleared the dance floor.
Is that what you? Yeah. I remember.
And I was just like, everyone move. This is my moment.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
But it was great.
Yeah.
It was
It
great.
worked. It worked. I don't remember any of this, but it all happened.
So a couple things happened afterwards.
Yeah.
So guys, Rain came in to my house, and I have his. This is just this is instructions on how to get your certificate and stuff.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, and it's the cute little thing. Your address is on there.
Griffith House just posted us right now.
Where is the film strip of your sister?
Oh, I put it over there with the other pictures.
Okay, so you went. Oh, is this in the envelope? No, someone came up to you at 10 p.m. and said, "Oh, Rain, here, this is for your sister." And I went, "Hey, Rain, you want me to hold on to this?" Yeah. So I just put it in my jacket with all the other photos, and I'm like, "I'll give this to you in a week."
Yeah.
And then I messaged your sister, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know if it's something like your wasted brother was about to hold on to this. I'll give it to him next week." Thanks for keeping it. It's not a big deal. It's just a picture of like her
Vance and Lily.
her family. But it's just like, nope. But then Brie, Brandy's sister, was like, "Oh, we're gonna put stuff in Rain's car. They can leave it overnight. But we need the key to the car." And I'm like, "I don't know where that is. Do you remember this?"
No, not at all. But
So I go up to you, and Kimmy had left. I was
gonna
gonna
get Skeeter.
Who?
Skeeter, my alter ego when I get drunk.
So hold on.
Okay, all right.
I was gonna give the phone to Kaylee for safekeeping,
Mhm.
right? And then I gave it to Bree. So she's like, "Where's the car key?" I'm like, "I don't know where the car key is. Like, I haven't seen the car key.
Mhm.
Like, I don't even know what it looks like." So I go to you, Rain, "Where's your car key?" And he goes, "It's what I gave to Kimmy." And I'm like, "You're giving me a riddle."
It's like,
And then
the Hobbit over here.
Yeah. No, I'm like, what is it, Gandalf talking right now? What is it? Speak friend and enter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Rain, where's your car key?" And some pair of what I gave to Kimmy is the key. And I'm like, "What the hell are you saying, Rain?" And then it clicks, and Bree's there. I'm like, "Bree, it's the phone. The phone is the key." Kimmy had the phone, and she's holding it. She goes, "That's so stupid. Why is the phone the key?" I'm like, "It's a Tesla. It's the stupid app." And then,
Oh, that's so good.
like, this guy's giving me riddles. You could have just said the phone. Was this Skeeter?
That's Skeeter. Oh, Skeeter, he's rude, dude.
Who's Skeeter?
He's the guy who doesn't isn't mindful and will sometimes cuss.
So you remember?
And will clear dance floors. You know?
So yeah, I tried clicking the widget. I'm like, "How do I get to this guy's key?" And then I remember you gave us all your passcode
Yeah.
to your house and your phone. So I type it in, and the Tesla app opened, and there's like a big unlock button. I'm like, "Here it is." And then I think Frank was like, "That's so dangerous because you could be drunk and have your phone, and it's a key to the car.
Yeah.
That wasn't a problem with you, but that's like, whoa."
But you have to unlock the phone, no?
No. But someone could drink and get their keys taken away or say, "Hold on to my keys." But you always
can't-
have your phone on you.
Yeah, you always have your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, "What if the phone dies?" I'm like, "That's not our issue right now."
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't our issue, but like, whoa. But yeah, you started giving me riddles to unlock your car. And I'm just like, we had it. We loaded up your car.
Yeah.
It's like the stupidest thing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I don't think I've seen Brie and Frank since the wedding.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, and then at some point, I think Brandy was a little buzzed at the end.
Yeah, she was.
She's like, "Why are you here? You're not going out with us later." And I'm like, she's like, "Why are you cleaning?" I'm like, "I'm not going to not be here." She's like, "You don't have to stay." I'm like, "Frank, let's go clear the room." And then we went, and there's still a bunch of stuff left over.
Yeah.
So we went and cleared the bridal suite.
Did you hear about the fee?
No.
Amy told Sos that if we were there after 11, it's $500 for every half an hour.
Did we clear?
Oh, yeah. Good to go. No fee. So
Yeah. So yeah, we cleared you out. Got you a party bus to go to Electric Fields, the The event you and Brandy met at.
Yep. And
I text Sos the next day. How'd it go? Rain didn't make it on the bus.
They got me into the house. Jasmine and Sonia always see me at my drunkest. Always. So they know how to deal with me. Steph helped a lot. And they, between the three of them, because I went to Sonia's car, they carried me into the house and they dropped me on the floor and they gave me a pillow and said, have at it. And I was found like that. 4 a.m, I woke up, took off my contacts, brushed my teeth. This is when they got back from electric fields. Went to sleep, woke up, no hangover.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And so I asked Sos, and he's like, oh, this person didn't make it. Rain didn't make it on the bus. I go, they didn't even go. He goes, well, Brandy went.
Brandy went. Yeah, Brandy.
Like, you know what? That's fine.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm glad she went. I would not have wanted her to miss that. Because dude, I saw like videos of them that night and stuff. I'm jealous. I'm straight up jealous I didn't go. Because it looked like a good time. And it would have been a full circle moment, but you know, it works out, dude. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
We tried.
Yeah.
We tried.
Definitely the intent was there. I'm trying to see if I have, they kept taking pictures with a picture of me saying that I was actually there.
Oh, and when Sos had organized it, he's like, let me know, party bus, whatever. I messaged right away. I go, guys, I'm not going to make it to Electric Fields. I'll pitch him for the bus. This is for the wedding. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just telling you now, I'm not going to make up any excuse. I'm not going to make it to the thing.
Yeah. Which is totally fine.
No, yeah. Any
didn't
other
expect
day,
anybody to go.
if this was like your pre-wedding party with everyone, I would have gone.
Yeah.
It wasn't an Electric Fields problem. It was a 3 a.m. problem.
Yeah.
Like-
And if we ever want to go to Electric Fields in Santa Ana, I know a guy.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah. He
No.
texted me. He's like, dude, you want to come the day I got back from my honeymoon and cap off your wedding with the Electric Fields? I was like, I'm good, man.
I don't think he knew about the before.
Yeah.
I feel like if you didn't, you guys might have gone.
This was when we got in the car.
What, are you asleep or drinking something?
No, I was asleep. And when
That's
I get like wine drunk, I just become dead weight. Like I go to sleep and that's it. There's no moving me.
What was I gonna say? Electric Fields, the night, and right. Part of the didn't want to be up till 3 a.m. At 11 a.m. the next day, we recorded with Jenny.
Okay.
So
The same thing with like Cindy and Chris. Cindy was matron of honor. She didn't go because they were leaving Guadalajara at 10 in the morning.
Yeah.
I get it. I totally get it.
yeah, so it's like, it was a bad idea. I go, no, it was a great idea.
Yeah.
It just Rain
Yeah. It's too much wine, I guess.
pedal to the metal, dude.
Yeah.
I told people, Rain is either sipping or full throttle.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no like, I got a good buzz.
Yeah.
Just like, bye-bye.
Yeah.
But that's fine. You enjoyed your wedding.
Mm,
You
I
remembered
definitely did.
You remembered all the important parts.
Yeah.
Because people are like, did he forget the whole thing? And I'm like, no, I've never blacked out, but I'm like, I assume up until the moment he blacked out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think, like I said, I think it was the moment after the shotgun. Because that's when, I don't remember anything after the shotgun.
You remember shotgunning?
I remember
with Jeff?
shotgunning. Yeah. I remember, somebody from Viv's family, I think it was one of her daughters, Ariana. I think she came up to me and said, Rain, we're going to shotgun a beer. You guys want to come do it? So yeah, I'm down. And then I remember seeing Jeff and Brandy was like, I can't drink half of this. It's too carbonated. Can you drink the rest? Sure. So I finished hers too. Just too much at one time. I'm telling you. I think
That's the point of the shotgun. You shotgun at the. I've never even done this. You do it at the beginning to get going,
yeah,
not at the end.
yeah. That was bad.
That's fine.
But which is why I woke up with no hangover. I don't think I drank that much.
I think you did.
But it just was like a
Miracle.
a
dude.
miracle. Yeah, I don't know. Because Eddie and Monica, Brandy's uncle and aunt, came over the next day to pick up Sarah because Sarah stayed the night with Kaylee. And they were like, how's Rain? And I just came out from my house. And they were like, what? Yeah.
I think I've seen you drunker.
Really? When? Am I?
Your own birthday at your own house.
Yeah.
Because you've been drunker where you start talking to people.
Mm.
Like when you started saying, why are you in my house? There was none of that. I think you stopped drinking after you blacked out.
I think I did too. Yeah, I don't think I drank.
Because normally you keep going.
Yeah.
Like one time you blacked out and then you opened a bottle of the Stone IPA or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that was part of it.
Yeah, no, like I said, I think I was like on the verge of being like too much, but I don't know if I ever passed that.
I think you were sloshed but not wasted.
Yeah, that's a good way to
I
put
don't
it.
know. But yeah, that was I had a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I've told people, I told you, it was cringe free,
Mm-hmm.
which
That's
is important.
very important.
And also, let's be real, it's really fun to talk crap about a wedding after you're done with it. And Kimmy and I didn't do that. We're just like, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Everything was great. Like everything went well. Everything was on schedule. And Kimmy was like, behind the scenes. She's like, can I go in the bridal suite? I go, yeah. We walk around. Rain's not going to see his phone until later. So go hang out. They know why you're here. Like, I was like, Brandy knows why you're here.
Yeah.
That's what matters. She went and hung out, like took photos. Cause there, people wander into the bridal suite, just be like, hi everyone.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like, yeah, you could take pictures of the first look. Like it's on his phone. He could see it tomorrow, And so she got to see the behind. She's like, I'm so glad they did the first look and all that. Like it all went off without a hitch. Like
one thing I want to mention, which I completely forgot. My pants wouldn't stay up.
that was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing because there were no belt loops. Why'd you get a tux?
I don't know.
Like we were all in suits because my dad was like, where's your bow tie? Where's his bow tie? I'm like, well, I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah.
There's no bow tie. Like, and I don't know why it was a tux, but a regular shirt.
I don't get it, dude. Like
Because you didn't even have the little tiny collars. You had a full
I
collar.
had a full collar, yeah.
It looked good. There's no problem.
Yeah. But I was just like, I need something to keep my pants up. And you and Ricardo were trying for a long time, trying to figure out where the
I wasn't hands-on the way Ricardo was.
Dude, Ricardo had his glasses all low and was like
the problem was, okay, this is not, I'm not throwing shade. Lily was hanging out with us. So we all had to change in the bathroom one by one.
Yeah.
And I was last.
Yeah.
And I'm like, guys, I gotta go.
I remember.
And I was fine. I got dressed in a second.
Yeah.
Because like I don't take long. But yeah, I was like, I'm getting dressed. They're trying to get Rain's pants on. Your pants fit you. There was no belt.
Yeah.
Oh, so I told Jeff. You just tell Jeff everything, right?
Yeah.
He goes, he didn't have suspenders? And I go, no. He goes, how did he wear a tux with no belt and they didn't give him suspenders? And I go, never thought of that. He goes,
Me
you
either.
need suspenders.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
That's probably what was missing.
And suspenders would go, or the thing attached to like, no, that's not, but like you would hide under the vest.
Yeah.
None of that.
Weird. And I ended up just wearing Frank's belt, pulling it as hard as I could, and then like just putting it over the pants. And it worked for the most part.
And I wore no belt because the pants were so tight.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, you can't, with the skinny belt loops, you can get away with no belt when it has the long button that goes to the side.
Yeah.
Like it had the hook. So I just went no belt.
Hmm.
And I had a good time.
Yeah. It was in the end, everything worked out.
I don't think they charged me a late fee. I was late by like 2 days.
I don't know.
They wouldn't charge you, right? It would go on my Amex. Yeah, because
they would charge you.
Yeah, because I was supposed to go Sunday, then they closed. Then I didn't know they were open Labor Day.
Yeah, they didn't call me at all.
I
either
think
for the
they're
time.
just like, well, we have it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The only thing I didn't return is the tie and the cufflinks. No idea where the cufflinks went.
I never used them.
Me either.
I left them on the hook.
Yeah,
I
I
just
don't
said,
know
"No,
where.
I'm
any
not
of it
messing with
went."
this. But yeah, I think it went well. We all had fun. The boys had fun.
I'm glad.
It's like convinced me to have more friends at my wedding.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna be like just like one friend or like two, and then just like family only. But I'm like, but I had so much fun.
Yeah. It was a good time. It was a really
yeah.
good time. I'm glad. It's rare, even for Brandy's family, but especially for my family, for everyone to get together like that.
There was the joke. Have you heard Colin's joke?
No, I listened to the wedding episode, but I don't remember.
He was gonna say this thing at a speech, and his dad was like, "That's not funny."
Oh, yeah.
Where he said, "Thank you all for coming. The next time you'll all be here together is at my funeral."
Yeah.
Where it's like, why would everyone get together?
Yeah.
And that's what vow renewals are. Whenever I know that's dark, everyone, but
I had a speech ready to
Oh.
go.
you did.
Yeah, like a thank you for everyone who helped, blah blah blah.
You know where to put it, or was it for later?
No, it just never came to fruition.
Huh.
I guess I could have done it after Karina's speech.
Yeah. So I helped someone plan a wedding once. like I was trying to tell Sos, but they didn't even know what was going on.
Sos and Karina, by the way, did great.
No, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, like the in terms of format, whatever. Like it was have everyone you want, and they each pass the mic to each other, and then it goes to like the bride and groom, and then they give it back to the DJ. Now there wasn't a problem because they were next to the DJ, but like the reason you do that is so no random aunt comes up and wants to give a speech.
Yeah, I don't.
You guys, yeah,
we didn't even have like the floor open for that.
no, no, people do it anyway. That's why you take the mic. Like was Karina last?
Yeah,
Like she probably did. She gave the mic to the DJ.
yeah.
There is no other person. It's like no, we're done.
The whole like theme of everything was Brandy just wanted to get to the dancing and the fun. So it's like we thought her parents were going to do a speech, and like a week before they were like, "No, we're not going to do a speech." And then my mom was like, "We're supposed to do a mother son dance."
I thought you did.
No.
Oh.
The day before, she comes up to me and is like, "I can't do it," and I'm like, "I told you, I knew it." Like, she's like, "I have enough anxiety walking down the aisle." I'm like, "I know, I didn't mind. I was ready to do it, but I didn't mind you not doing it. That's totally fine." Oh, okay, all right. So that's why I'm like, but
At least you walked down with it. That was nice.
yeah. But the yeah, we
don't
didn't.
look. We're at my whole family was at a wedding, and there was a mother son dance, and my mom comes up to me. She goes, "We don't have to do that." I'm like, "No, we don't."
Yeah, that's totally fine. Dude. You know, like,
And no, my mom is not an anxiety thing. She's just like, "We don't need to do that, right?" I'm like, we don't need to.
I think the father daughter.
Yeah,
that's different.
it's a little different.
Yeah.
And I have a great relationship with my mom. Like
Yeah.
I call her every day, but like, and yeah, you talk. I mean, you work with your mom
Yeah.
basically. We don't got to do the dance.
Yeah, that's totally fine, dude. But I was like, "Are you gonna do a speech too?" And she's like, "No, you don't have to." You know, like we just came to the consensus that it was best man and maid of honor, and that's it. And we were really happy with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's simple.
Sos was like, he looked at me. He goes, "You gonna give a speech?" I'm doing the speech. He's like, hey, you're right.
Like he went up to Uncle Adam the week before and was like, "Are you gonna give a speech?" Because I think if anybody expected a speech to be given about me, it'd be Uncle Adam. Because we're so close. And my uncle was like, "No." So I was like, "Okay." And so told me, and I'm like, "Cool. That is totally fine. I don't need to be."
You guys didn't want riffraff and nonsense.
Yeah,
and like,
I don't need somebody telling me that I'm great. Like, I don't. I'm already awkward enough when people compliment me, so it's like,
no, like I remember telling you and Brandy, like, "Oh, I might add 1 or 2 sentences, whatever." But then I looked at it. I just changed the format of a sentence too. I'm like, they don't need more.
yeah,
It's all in here.
yeah,
Like I didn't want to cut anything out. I'm like, you guys like the time? You gave no. You guys said perfect at the
Yeah.
time. I'm like, don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Don't mess with it. I sat there. I wrote it one day. Like, yeah, you guys didn't. You started mostly on time.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, we all expected 4:15. You start late. Like it's on purpose because people just roll in late.
in ceremony, a lot of people.
Huh?
There was a lot of people at the ceremony.
It was as full as it was going to be.
Yeah,
Like-
because except in the sun spot.
The umbrellas did a good job. They set them up in the right place. It
Yeah.
felt like, and yeah, we got everyone out of there quickly. Yeah, it worked out well. Everything sounded good.
Mhm.
The only time there was feedback in the mic is when I picked it up from him to make a second announcement
Yeah,
about.
Joe's Italian Ice.
No, I think the pictures.
Pictures.
So I did the Joe's Italian Ice.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're all invited, and then I think Amy was like, "Hey, go tell the families stick around for pictures."
Mm.
You guys are already gone in the room.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that's what messed me up with the certificate.
Yeah,
I had to go back to the DJ and he had to turn the mic back on, and then I turned it on and it was next to the speaker.
yeah.
And then I turned it off and walked and I said, family members or wedding party and parents, please go to SOS for pictures.
Yeah.
Find SOS.
So's killed it.
Yeah.
with the pictures.
Because he just had it. He was like, and people would be like, "Are we going? You're after this person.
Yeah.
Stay here." And we're like, "All right."
I think there was one time Bree was away with Milo, but Tigran, from Blushing Bride, told us there's no way we can get all the photos in 45 minutes. We got it done in 30. Yeah, I honestly think that might be right. He told us I've never been able to do it in less than 45. So the thing
He
is,
prepared you for like, you need the Wrangler.
yeah, and Sos was able to do it.
Yeah.
And he knew everyone. I think the only person he didn't know was Brandy's grandpa, from her mom's side. But he was able to come up and stuff. So we were good. We were good.
Yeah. So yeah, it all went well. Yeah, cleanup was fine. And And I'm trying. There was something I was gonna say. Pictures, ceremony, DJ, sound was good. It all went well, dude.
Yeah.
Good job.
I'm really happy.
I think everyone had a good time.
Yeah.
You know, that all the guys were like, this was a fun wedding.
Yeah.
Like some of the most fun I've had in a while.
Yeah, Ricardo said he's never danced that much in his life.
Okay. Jeff made an interesting observation. He goes, the dance floor is smaller than normal. But he goes, but it keeps everyone on the dance floor.
Yeah.
And when everyone goes home, they think, man, that dance floor was full.
Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah, it's only 16 by 16.
Because you can't stand on the dance floor and not dance. You're on the dance floor, you're dancing.
Yeah.
And I think it ended up working.
Yeah, it did. It always looked like the dance floor was full.
It was full.
Yeah.
But it was full. It was still a lot of people. But it was like, we're all here to dance. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
No room for the cha-cha slide.
Yeah. Yeah. There was.
I forgot. I always request 2 songs.
It's Raining Man. I ever heard that one. Yeah.
It's Raining Man and Take On Me.
Take
like
My
my
is a good
song.
one. Yeah.
But you know how I knew the DJ was down? He played one more time and then transitioned and the music sounds better with you. I'm like, he knows.
Yeah. He knows.
He's got it.
Yeah. Really quick. I don't want to spend too much time longer, but Brian is a resident DJ at Eastside Love in Mariachi Plaza in East LA. It's this really cool bar where the bar is lower than everyone else. So the bartenders are like 3 feet under everyone.
That's scary.
It's weird, dude. And they hand the drinks up like this. It's crazy. But he's the Morrissey night guy. He plays Morrissey nights. That's his thing. He's the rocker fool, you know. But I like that vibe. So it was good.
So, yeah. Had a great time. Good job. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
being married.
Thank you.
Get that ring of yours. I forgot one thing in the ceremony.
What's that?
I was going to have you say, I give you this one ring.
Oh.
One of you was going to, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
It was going to be
good.
cheesy anyway. I already called, I said who has the ring in the fellowship. That's
Yeah.
enough Lord of the Rings. One reference per thing. You can't. Yeah. So yeah, lots of fun.
I'm glad I wanted to do the Mexico trip today too. Oh heck no, dude! I didn't realize.
Guys, don't worry.
Yeah.
If you didn't say right now, I was gonna say, and now for the honeymoon.
Yeah.
All right. And I opened the ceremony with, my name is Kirk, and for the next 45 minutes, I'll be your officiant. I want to know if a single person believed it.
The older people.
Oh yeah. And shout out to Jeff. And I said, don't worry, I'll make it feel like 10. And so I go, guys, I want to know what the final time was. Like, how long was the ceremony? And Jeff goes, it was 45 minutes, but it felt like 10. It's like, damn it, Jeff.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, congrats.
Thank you.
Good job. So much fun. Rain's back, everyone.
I'm back better than ever.
Yeah. Shout out to, no, we'll do it next week, but shout out to Anna K for making you go on your honeymoon.
100%. 100%. That was the best.
You not being hungover explains why you didn't take a month off from drinking, because that's what usually happens.
Yeah. I was able to drink the next day.
Yeah. Hey, pina coladas.
That's great, dude.
They're the best.
Yeah.
They're the best. All right. I was gonna write a different thing to change this up because of how we did it last time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have you do, and that's our big thunder topic of the week.
Oh, all right.
So, hold on. So we're gonna change it up.
Yeah, you know, if it says otherwise, I'll freak out when I'm reading.
So I'm gonna. Okay. So I'm gonna tell you to take us away.
Right.
That way we know. Rain, take us away.
And that's our big thunder topic. If this is your final stop,
Thanks for tramming with us today.
and if not, it's time for.
No, it still says my name on there.
Oh, hey, double name. Come on, dude.
It's like a pause. What do you double name? My double name. You can leave that.
All right.
Thanks for tramming with us today. And if you're still with us, it's time for We Have It So Good, where we in the Tram Fam talk about our trips to Disney parks and more. write in with your trip recaps at trammin.com/ask. So Jeff had his final day on his Magic Key.
Oh, yeah.
So we did a little trip. You were in Mexico. Also, Jeff was like, I think at your wedding, Jeff was like, I don't want to hang out with Rain more. I feel like I'm like, the things Jeff and I have in common are different from things you and Jeff have in common.
Yeah.
You guys have a deep love for Pokemon.
Yeah. And dude, I
don't carry you.
There was a time when, like, the first time I met him when he was sitting here, I was like, you play Smash? And you commentate Smash?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, why?
Yeah, I was like, oh, these two just became best friends.
Yeah.
But then you've been planning your wedding. So it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, oh, when Rain's not planning a wedding, he's down for anything.
Mhm.
So yeah, we went to Disneyland on Tuesday, another Oogie Boogie night. We met with Freddie and I saw each other at Mickey and Friends. Jeff and Ian were there. Ian used to hang out with David from Fresh Baked. His curly hair,
Okay.
but he's not an influencer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's still friends with David or not. And it's none of my
He's friends with Jeff?
Yeah.
Okay.
They all just know each other.
Okay.
I mean to say, like, no drama. Like, I just know that he used to hang out with David. I don't really watch Fresh Baked anymore, but he just used to hang around. But he's not an influencer or anything. He's just a guy who likes theme parks. So cool guy. Because Jeff's like, hey, do you mind if I invite a homie? Because I got a Carnation Cafe reservation for 3 people. And I'm like, hey, Jeff, you cool with this? He goes, what better way to end the thing? And I send the menu. He goes, who has an old fashioned? Surely not Carnation. I go, Jeff, it's like the year anniversary of them having these.
Yeah.
So when I saw him, I'm like, oh, I know who that guy is. And he was real cool. So we all hung out.
Like, you recognize him?
Yeah, because
the
he
videos.
was from back in the day before the
okay.
pandemic.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I had seen him in videos and stuff. And like when I would be there, they were all there and whatever. So he's a cool guy. So he hung out with us. We went on Star Tours, waited an oddly long time, and then went to Carnation. And Jeff and I decided to split Walt's chili
Okay.
because we wanted entrees. It's delicious, dude.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it.
It's really good. Don't forget that sour cream. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's good on there. With a little good cornbread.
Nice.
We thought it'd be a bigger cornbread. I got you remember the pickle lemonade at Coke Corner? They have it with vodka there. Amazing.
Really?
You like the pickle drinks, right?
I've never had one.
You had a pickleback.
Yeah, I've done picklebacks, yeah.
So imagine that, but like way chiller.
Okay.
Yeah, it was sweet, little sour, really good. Jeff got the old fashioned. It was sweet, but he's like, it's fun though.
Yeah.
Don't expect an old fashioned, expect an old fashioned cocktail. And it was fun.
Cool.
We decided to split the patty melt and the club sandwich. Because I'm like, Jeff's not, he'll be back. But like, they both sound good. Let's split it. The club sandwich had what I would call diner bacon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that like crunchy, oily, salty, delicious bacon?
Yeah.
It was great. Those seasoned fries they had, phenomenal.
Nice.
I ordered pickles for the table, which...
You got to get them at Carnation.
Oh, yeah. When I ordered them, Ian just goes, if you weren't going to order them, I was.
Yeah.
So got that. Freddie got Walt's chili as an entree. Ian got a coffee in a little glass cup. I'm like,
nice.
it's cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we had a good time there, talking around. And then didn't have much of a plan. Jeff's always like, I want to go on Big Thunder. And it's always like 40 minutes. It was closed. And I go, you want to spawn camp? And Ian goes,
Spawn camp.
Ian's one of us.
Yeah.
He goes, is that a theme park term now? And I'm like, no, I just made it up. And then we're like, I think we could trick influencers into starting it. And he's like, I think we can. So we go spawn camp, Big Thunder. As soon as we get there, it opens.
So spawn camp success.
Yeah. And then we did something better than the goat trick. I call it Jeff's Cosmic Rewind. Whichever way the train is turning, dude, shift your entire body, like your whole butt, towards that way.
Yeah.
Wild. Like stare at the wall. And that final turn that lasts really long, dude, you just laugh and scream the whole time.
Nice.
Jeff's Cosmic Rewind.
Nice.
Had a great time. You know, you go over the queue when you get back in. There's no one in there. Went again.
Nice.
So we got off, went in. Good time. Went to, I think after we left Carnation or right before we got in, there was an Oga's reservation for 9. And I go, hey, Jeff, you want to He goes, oh, that's fun. So after that, we went to Oga's. Did we do something else? Who knows, man? Right? Go to Oga's. Got sat at a booth with 1,000 other people.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I almost got, I think the Jedi mind trick or the something cooler, right?
Coruscant cooler.
Yeah. And then I see the Endor mug in blue. I'm like, damn it.
They got you, dude.
They got me. The second edition.
Yeah.
And the Yub Nub's delicious.
Yeah.
Like, give me one of those with the mug.
Yeah.
And so I got that. I text Kevin. I'm like, you still want the Loth Cat? And he's like, yeah, I want the Loth Cat. He just put yeah. But he's been wanting that thing. So I got that. They all got what they got. There's a seasonal drink, layered, which means they made it. Pretty good. So then I'm like, hey guys, we're splitting up. I'm paying for the Loth Cat, but we're all drinking this. It's a new funny drink for Jeff.
Yeah.
They all loved it. Like, what's this herb? I'm like, basil. Like, yeah, no, because they put the basil crystals, which are called basil crystals.
Yeah.
That was great. Had a good little time. We didn't get any food there because we ate more than enough. And then we headed out. Freddie had to go home. It was late. We're like, yeah, goodbye. He didn't do Millennium Falcon with us. So we walked on the Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
There's some kids with us. And I was like, oh, do you both want to be gunners? Like, I'll switch because I was a gunner. And they're like, we like being engineers. I'm like, you could both do it. Honda will take over. So they both sat as engineers.
Oh, okay.
They did a great job. So that was fun. And then we were just like walking out. Oh, Jeff said his favorite thing. This is in the, before you go to the Honda room,
Mm-hmm.
there's a reference here. Rain, do you know what that is?
No.
SNES controller port. You see it?
Really?
You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's,
Why?
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah. So we're walking on Main Street. Jeff's making the inappropriate jokes. And I go, hey, Jeff. No, there's a reason this matters. I go, hey, Jeff, we're talking about this. And then you're going to be making silly jokes. And then Disneyland was like officially closed for the day, right? And I go, and then we're going to walk through the turnstiles without realizing you can't come back in. And he goes, good call. Wasn't even going to realize it. So we went up to the train station and we sat there until we saw security. And he's like, I don't want to get magged by security, like the flashlight. He saw them. He goes, let's go. So we headed out. And then,
Nice hurrah.
yeah, I think we may have gone to World of Disney, but we're like, no, we're not going to Hearthstone Lounge. There will be no shenanigans tonight. So I think we just got on the tram.
Yeah.
And we went home.
Nice.
And it was a great trip. A lot of fun. Last send off for Jeff. So he's just not renewing his magic. He'll be back. But yeah, had a good little time.
Good.
And that was it. But there's something I said we all need to do.
Strong water.
Besides, obviously, we always need to do strong.
Yeah,
I almost just grabbed a single seat at the captain's bar yesterday.
I would have been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I was like, just go home.
Yeah.
Stop spending money. Some restaurant we all got to eat at. Not Black
Puka.
Tap. No, we're not going at Disney. We all got to go to Hearthstone and eat.
Yeah.
But anyways, had a good time. So Rain.
Really quick.
Oh, okay.
I went Sunday.
You did?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. We got a last minute reservation. Ricardo and Karina wanted to hang out. We said, hey, let's go to Disney tomorrow. I sniped a 750 Lamplight res.
Jeez.
And we went to Lamplight, talked wedding talk. And we got the Halloween cocktail. It's the candy corn cocktail.
Oh, how was that?
Fantastic, dude. Butterscotchy.
Nice.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
An open ocean. And the pumpkin spice donuts.
Oh, how are those?
Fantastic, dude. We haven't been that full in so long. It was disgusting how full we were. But it was also really hot inside of Lamplight.
Oh.
Like nasty hot because it's open. But there's no wind going through, so it was just all bad. The parks are absolutely dead.
The heat is worse than the rain.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. We went on Monsters Inc. It was a walk-on. We went to Lamplight, and then we left. And there was literally nobody in the tram.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, and this is right before fireworks ended. So, anyways, it was good. Fun time.
Oh, and I did take an amazing picture of Jeff as his hands were going in his pocket. It's just terrible. But I think we did get a good one of it's like, Jeff, I don't want to pose. I'm like, you're leaving, dude.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it looks good.
Good time. It was before the heat for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah. Rain, what time is it?
It's
Pizza time.
It's time for one last bite. Rain, as always, what is the best thing you tasted this week?
I've had a lot of food since I've been.
Yeah, 5 weeks.
5 weeks worth. I'm not going to talk about my vacation food because that'll be saved for next week because there are multiple things that I want to talk about.
Yeah, and if you guys have any weird wedding questions,
Ask.
that's fair game for next week.
Yeah.
Next week is just tell them.
Yeah.
It's called Mexico's Disneyland. It's Rain's trip to Explore Park.
Sorry, Xcaret.
Ah, that's how you say it.
Xcaret,
But it
yeah.
is Explore Park.
Think of Explore as their California adventure.
So what's the other one?
Xcaret.
Huh.
That's the park's name. That's their Disneyland. And then Xcaret Hotel, Mexico, is their Disneyland Hotel. And then Xcaret Arte is their Grand California.
Wait, no. So Explore Park is their Disneyland, though.
No, their California adventure.
So what's their Disneyland?
Xcaret.
The whole thing?
It's
I thought that's a city name.
no.
Oh.
You're Playa del Carmen.
Oh.
Yeah. Or it's like Suinandilo or something like that. Yeah, no. But the proper park is Xcaret.
Did you go there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's like going to Disneyland and then staying at the Disneyland Hotel.
Did you go to Explore Park?
Yeah.
Also?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did a whole thing. Anyways, good to know for next week. But yeah, that's where Rain went. You got questions about that, about his wedding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will give my best food of the week to a cocktail I got yesterday. Strong water.
Every time.
Every time. Sucking the monkey.
Do I want the mug's not worth 150, right?
No, it's definitely
It's not that nice.
No. It's the coconut. It's just a coconut.
Yeah, I want that drink so bad.
The sucking the monkey?
Yeah.
It's fantastic, dude. Like it was I also got the Mahaina, which is like the Mickey Mouse one. It's like the god of the orange grove.
Yeah.
And the two Mickey ears. But yeah, I got to give it to that sucking the monkey. I think it was insanely good. Like,
I love and hate the name at the same time.
yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Other than that, yeah, I think it's mainly just vacation food, and then there's the wedding, and then that's pretty much it.
I think at some point, I think last episode I gave it to the horchata.
Oh, okay.
Too good. All right. For me, dude, it like changed throughout.
Mhm.
It was gonna be. Why didn't Matthew FaceTime me right now?
Yeah, that's Matthew.
Just Gen Z. It was. Oh, okay, right. It was gonna be this sandwich that I sent you guys.
Oh yeah,
This chashu. Dude, look at that.
yeah.
With
That's
the
beautiful.
egg. You don't like the egg. It's gonna be
I
that
can do
from
the egg.
the trough. And then
Is that the one in the packing house? They have it.
they have a few of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I went to so it was Kimmy's sister's birthday. We did Starfish and Laguna like we always do, but it was like 3, like a late lunch. And I saw Jeff, which is just hilarious, on purpose. But did that. Food was good. We went on a walk, and then like the family dispersed. And Kayla, Kimmy's sister, was like, "Oh, let's go to my house. We'll get a drink or something, right?" So we go like take all the gifts home and whatever, because she lives basically across the street from Kimmy.
Mhm.
And then she was like, "Oh, let's just go walk around Heisler, and then we'll come back." And I go, "You guys want to go to Royal Hawaiian?"
Hey.
And she was like, "That's a really good idea. It's got AC." She's like, "I want to watch sunset." I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Like, it's not going anywhere." So we go watch the
And
sunset.
there's
whatever.
always reses open at Royal Hawaii.
We just walked in.
Okay.
Yeah. So walked in. There's like no one at the host table. And like 3, and like, oh, there's live music. You want to sit up by the bar? Like, yeah.
Were you in one of the booths?
No, at just the high tops.
Oh, the high tops. Okay.
We could have taken whatever we wanted.
Yeah.
But there was a band there.
Yeah.
So-
that's when we went to Royal Hawaiian. We sat in one of the booths by the band.
Yeah. So there's only 3 of us.
Yeah.
Sat at a table. I'm like, oh, we'll just get a little snack, right? And then we really got, we're hungry. We order the drinks. I get lapu lapu, which is pretty good. That's the one they light on fire.
Oh, nice.
And I purposely didn't send this to the chat. Rain, did you get this chicken sandwich at Royal Hawaiian?
I don't remember.
Because they had a Loco Mocha that wasn't a burger, but they
I
had
think
a
I
chicken
might have gotten
sandwich.
the chicken sandwich.
why is it so good?
It was right. I think I remember now.
Yeah, I think you were like, man, this was like one of the best chicken sandwiches I've ever had. I'm
You
like,
know what? Yes, I did because they put mayo on it.
oh, but you ate it anyway.
No, but
Oh.
I sent it back.
But I was like, their food is generally fine, and that doesn't look particularly good.
Yeah.
But I'm like, they bread it the way Chili's breads their chicken tenders, like beer bread.
Tempura.
It was spectacular.
Yeah.
And the bread was like a sweet challah bread. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this so good? Because their food there is totally hit or miss.
Yeah.
Like their chicken wings are nasty, but then like their musubi's okay. But this burger was great. And Kimmy got pineapple fried rice.
Oh, Brandy got
No
that.
shrimp.
Yeah.
Pretty good too.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this just took over the best food of the week. Because it was going to be some other thing that I just totally forgot about at this point. Oh, because Kimmy's birthday, we went to the Drake in Laguna. And I got a swordfish that was really good. But then the the birthday dessert was this like 3-layer mousse of like white milk and dark chocolate. And it was like divine. But then this freaking chicken sandwich just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
It
then
took the top spot.
yeah. And then so we just like had a good time. And then they like sang happy birthday, right? And then we're just like sitting there. And then I see the two guys in the band. I guess like, after they're done, they brought them this coconut cake. It looked like the Tom Cruise cake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I hope we get one of those, right? And then they're just like, hey, happy birthday. And they have this sparkler. And it's just like,
Holy cow. Dude.
yeah. And she posted it like,
Those are like cold fireworks, I think they're called or something.
it was warm.
Yeah.
So we were like, we came in for a snack and we just had like a whole meal and a
Nice.
birthday celebration. And it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Kimmy and Kayla. Had a great time. That was best. That sandwich, couldn't believe it. Now I could recommend like, hey, is the food good? Couple of the items are. There might be other good items,
Yeah.
but like
I like the musubi.
it was great. Yeah, it's like
It's
fine.
musubi.
I've had better musubi.
Yeah.
Oh no, has really good musubi.
Yeah,
for some
they
reason.
do.
Yeah.
They do.
So
I saw you got the Mai Tai glass.
no, I already had that.
Oh, you had? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I love that glass, dude.
Yeah,
I have that
Kimmy
one
was-
and another Mai Tai glass. Oh, Club 33.
Yeah. You saw that this bell is on Matterhorn. It's one of the things, right?
Yeah, I heard you guys
something
talking about it.
So, yeah, great. Rain, finally, what is your one next bite at the Disney parks? It's Halloween.
It is. There's a lot of stuff I need
You
to
getting the
try.
brat? Jeff and I almost got the brat, but
I
we were so
want the
full.
I
dude.
want the broad, dude. I want it so bad. I want that peanut butter whiskey cocktail. I've been
The-
hearing.
Yeah, it was good.
I've been hearing good things.
I
about
had
that.
it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's sweet, but it's good.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the cocktail because that thing is just too me. I saw that Thai tea slush at Bengal Barbecue too, which I'm like, I kind of want that.
Oh
too.
yeah, I'm like, Dane sent it, and I'm like, but will it make me crap? With another word, because the thing with Thai tea or boba tea,
Yeah.
you could like there was some place I went before that sandwich
Mhm.
where they do the thing
What
non-dairy creamer,
Yeah.
but Thai tea sometimes is condensed milk.
Yeah.
That's Vietnamese coffee, but sometimes they're just like the Thai tea is different.
Yeah.
We put milk in it, so I had no idea. So I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I could ask them for ingredients. For me, so you're gonna do the brat or the cocktail.
Or the cocktail, yeah.
Kimmy put some stuff on here, but I don't think any of them. Oh, it was supposed to be the Otundu chicken at Tropical Hideaway, so I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay.
Because I could grab that.
Yeah.
Jeff and I were gonna split it, and then we got carnation.
What is that?
It looks like Korean fried chicken. It's fried chicken thighs, shishito peppers, harissa aioli, and a lime wedge.
Okay, I remember talking about this.
I'm gonna do that because I could grab that. I'm gonna be there with Kimmy. We don't have any reservations anywhere.
Yeah.
We're gonna do Carthay lunch on her birthday, and I was like, "Hey, do you still want to go?" And it was 104. She said, "I do not. Can we go to the beach?"
Okay. You got the X?
Huh?
Did you get the?
No, I texted her 2 days before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, we saw the forecast.
Yeah.
I want to give a shout out to the pinwheels, the rueditas from Stater Brothers, dude.
They're good.
They have spicy one. It's amazing. Like I down that bag,
Yeah.
scratch up my mouth.
Beautiful.
$3 for a bag this big. Took
Yeah.
it to the beach.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. How did we do this? Because no one's done it right.
Thank you guys for listening. Oh,
Yeah.
wait, is it me? No, it's you.
No, you say. What do I say?
You say thank you guys.
Oh no,
Oh, no.
I know.
And with that,
And with that,
thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next week.
see you real soon.
Bye.
Thanks for traveling with us today, and we hope you have a happy and memorable visit to the Disneyland Resort. Please lower your head, watch your step, and exit to the driver's right-hand side only.